everybody. My name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
Não chavava aqui, chinamo kikirani, tsai shavakirani, tsai makikirani. I want my winner, I want my winner.
I want my baby back, Chili, baby back, ready.
Caller, this call is for Ayala.
Hi.
So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick?
No.
Last name Gers?
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me you're my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
When you say my name again, I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers!
Here.
Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this.
What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll.
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
How are you and your man?
Oh, Bisconti, he's in hospice. I'm teasing.
Oh,
it's a joke. It was an old man joke.
No, there was somebody in the hospice on meeting earlier, so I was like, oh, geez.
I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh my God, we're great. I'll marry that man.
Oh,
he's adorable. So.
If my babies fall out, this is your fault, John. I'm just saying.
Jumping jack. Whoa!
Yeah, don't.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Okay. There. I did it. What, you can take me? My baby's fall out. This is There. I did it.
Are you winning, son?
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm an English teacher, a dialect coach, and today I'm going to show you exactly what actors do perfectly and terribly when they try to do a British accent. Let's rate some accents.
My kink is British accents. Oh, is that all right?
Cheerio, cut.
Yeah, right then. Bush cheerio.
You're really attracted to this.
Oh, bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, you know, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay.
Misa Kochata.
Ding, 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 ding.
Sunday, Monday, happy day. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy day. Thursday, Friday, happy day. The weekend comes, my cycle hums.
Your lip, just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
I'm gay. I have relationships with men and sex with men.
Happy Sunday. Happy SimpCast Sunday. It is April 27th, 2025. Hello. All of my regular clothes were dirty, so I had to reach deep within the costume box for a clean shirt. If you'll recall, this is the shirt I wear when I did the impression of our former press secretary, Ms. Circleback. What the hell's... I can't remember her actual name. My brain is retarded. Thanks, baby. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. I'm just going to Google Circleback lady. Dun, dun, dun. Jen Psaki. Thank you. Thanks, Internet. Guys, welcome to SimpCast. Hello to the chat. Costumes are still closed. You're right, Carrie. Hope everyone is doing fantastically. I had a really lovely day. Before I bring in our fabulous panel, I have some comedy shows to promote. Come see me in Mount Kisco next month, like in a couple of weeks, actually. May 17th, I'll be at Jazz on Main in Mount Kisco. I believe Keanu Thompson will be joining me for that gig. Then we got August 8th and 9th on Long Island at the Brokerage. October 18th in Massillon, Ohio. That club is called Crackpots. Then I've got Plano, Texas, San Diego, and Phoenix coming up. So I'll add those tickets to my website as soon as they are available. For tickets, go to chrissiemayr.com. Come see me do stand-up. These shows are very fun. It's a real hoot. What else am I working on? I am working on another podcast interview or podcast episode with Tara Reid. No, not that Tara Reid, not Nip Slip Tara Reid. The one that Joe Biden sexually assaulted. How fun. I mean, there's more to her than that, but that's how a lot of people know her. So we're working on that. I may be involved in a very cool documentary. I can't really talk about that yet either. How annoying. I hate when people do that. And here I am doing that very thing. Yes, so we're working on some things. Some cool things. Some cool projects. All right, let's bring in a couple of gals that are here. This, like, usually, people have to bail, things happen, but tonight was a real comedy of errors. Like, Ashton's internet crapped out on her. Casca, we got the wrong date. Carmen Studer stabbed herself or sliced herself with a kitchen knife. So, but luckily, LeeAnn Starr is here and Scarlett Hampton. Well, there's Scarlett. Okay, we're gonna wait for Scarlett to turn around.
No, let's see her butt. Wow, that was a good shot.
That couldn't have been planned more perfectly. Scarlett's here. We're gonna wait till she's turned around. Hi, Scarlett. You're muted but cute.
Oh, hi. How's it going? Yeah, I had to G-rate my bedroom.
G-rated? Oh, is there something scandalous hanging up?
I make it look like I'm an innocent angel.
You don't have to be an innocent angel. Just be yourself. But yeah, we try to. You don't want any kind of, I don't know, like a trapeze hanging up in the background or something.
Very
trapeze.
God, there's so much going on. But before we get into that, I haven't seen LeeAnn in forever.
No.
What have you been up to? Before we hit record, we were talking about some of your trafficking work, which I always applaud, and it seems just you're doing literally the Lord's work, and it just must seem.
I really don't feel that way. It's like not a big deal to me. I don't know. I've done it for so long now that it's like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something, but it doesn't feel like it's a big deal to me, I guess.
You don't feel like you're changing anybody's life?
I don't know. I don't like that. I don't really like being praised for it just because I don't think I should. I don't know. I would do it regardless. I probably wouldn't have talked about it unless it was like so bad. Because I really didn't before, and I've been doing it for like 10 years, but it was really bad, and parents weren't aware of how this is working now, so I just had to, and so many people asked me to, so I did. But yeah, I'm not like Eliza Blue here. I don't need
because Eliza Blue is a total and complete
and
fraud.
all that.
So you're
I'm like, no,
her.
Please don't do that.
No,
so
everyone.
I don't even
knows
put
you're
it
not like
anywhere.
her.
Like I'll talk about it, but I don't have like in my bio like I help trafficking people. Like
no, because you're very humble
gay.
And you seem to.
I just don't want
right
parents
reasons.
to have their kids get, trafficked because it's kids their age doing it now, so they don't understand that. That's why I started talking about it. I'm like, yeah, it's kids their age in high school, middle school. I've had
What's
that
the
happen.
prime, I guess, age group? Really, middle school, high school.
Yeah. There's a cheerleading mentor that recently that was getting girls on the cheerleading team to basically pimping them out. And she's like a cheerleading coach. It's crazy.
I was a cheerleader.
But there is a really big uptick in like teachers banging students too. So it's really
what is up with that?
That's surprising. I don't know what's going on. The world is fucked.
I think it's a lot of like female teachers, unfortunately.
Yeah, I seen one that he was like 11. I'm like, what are you doing? Like 11 years old. That is a fucking toddler to me. Like,
No,
what
that's
are you doing?
Very much still a child.
They don't even have pubes. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck?
There's a lot of bikers.
Scarlett, you're muted. You're a mess.
I know. I unmuted, and I was gonna say, yeah, like Wisconsin, we've had a lot of drama this week too.
What's happening in Wisconsin? Is it cheese curd season?
I mean, like Elon Musk was really marketing our cheese heads for us. So thank you, Elon Musk, for that. But there's too much saturated fat in some of that stuff. Cheese curds are good for 3 days. They make them every Thursday, and they're squeaky clean.
You can't be eating old cheese curds, people. You heard it here first from Scarlett. You get 3 days, and then you got to throw them out. I always thought when it came to leftovers, when it comes to meat, you have 3 days. And if it's non-meat leftover, you have up to 5 days to eat it.
Yeah. We love our quick trips, too. Quick trips are great here.
I think we have those here.
Is it like a quick check? Is it like a rest stop?
So it's KWIK. So like they copied it with Quick Star or something like that. But I worked at one for a few years, and you literally have to sit down for 17 hours and take guest service training videos.
Whoa.
You
That's a
sit
long
there
time.
and you can't. You're like recorded, like you're supervised. You have to sit
Dang.
there and stare. But I gained a lot of weight when I worked there because we got to have free coffee 24/7. So I would go to the cappuccino machine and make a like really sugary vanilla cappuccinos, and I would take home fried chicken, and that was bad for me. So now I'm healthier.
Look at you. You look healthy.
Thanks.
Wait, before you change the subject on leftovers, am I the only one that didn't know that you could like die if you put rice in the refrigerator and eat it?
What?
Yeah, dude, I did not know that until very recently. There's like something in it that like multiplies or something if you refrigerate rice.
Botulism.
It's like
What?
excuse me?
Yes.
Now I'm just throwing
Hold
it
the
away.
phone.
and
I
I'm
have to
scared.
look this up. Hold on.
I didn't know that until very
I used to have
recently.
rice, but that's a lot of carbs, and I was trying to go keto.
Like I didn't know that. I was like, oh wow, well I fucking put it in the fridge all the time. Like what?
Okay, this is just an initial Googling. Putting rice in the refrigerator does not cause death. However, improper storage of cooked rice can lead to food poisoning due to the bacteria Bacillus cereus. This bacteria can produce toxins that cause illness, but not fatal in most cases. To prevent food poisoning, cooked rice should be refrigerated within an hour or 4 hours at most after cooking and consumed within 3 to 4 days.
Man, that's not what this Asian lady said. See, now that's why you can't trust Asians.
What do you
I'm
guys
done.
think about pizza though?
I'm
Like
done trusting Asians now.
I've been done trusting Asians since 2020, LeeAnn.
She said
Get
don't
with
put
it.
onions in
oh my
there,
God, well,
don't
the
put
Kias,
garlic.
the Kias get stolen here. We had the Kia boys out front. I had them arrested last year. Like I saw them stealing a Kia right outside my apartment. The Kia
Asians?
boys.
Asians.
And that's an Asian
knew
car
it.
though, isn't it? The Kia.
Kia, yeah, I think so.
And my friend, he makes keys for cars, and he said that Kias are the easiest. All you have to do is just do a couple things, and you don't need a transponder or whatever that meant. I'm making great friends lately. I love it.
Dude, we do not endorse car theft, by the way.
No.
I'm reading this. Most of the leftover rice is dangerous stuff, comes from the danger of leaving it out at room temperature. This is dangerous for all foods, but for rice, it gets bad really quickly. If you're putting it in the refrigerator hot, which you should, the only real risk is that if you put a huge amount in, it can't cool down to under 40 degrees Fahrenheit in 2 hours. So make sure you're not putting like 14 servings in a single big container. Okay.
Easy. I'm not trusting Asians anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Don't leave it out.
Yeah, she said there's like a
all night.
mold. And ginger, you shouldn't put ginger, a cut onion. I mean, I get the onion thing because it like sucks bacteria.
Yeah,
out of
nobody
the air.
ever eats
But
they should just make onions smaller because
I eat onions.
everyone slices an onion in half, uses one
bite it.
half or something, and then you put the other half in the fridge. And like you're kidding yourself because you're never going to use that other half of the onion. You'll find it like weeks later.
Don't use it.
growing
It,
into
like,
a tree.
sucks all the
Onions in my
bacteria
fridge, I have
in
a
the
couple.
air.
I have a couple, and I named them. They have like one bite taken out of them because it's like
You're biting into onions, Scarlett.
yeah, because I don't have any knives. They took them away.
What?
Took away all my. I don't have knives.
We need to
They're all
send you
gone.
some silverware.
They were used as evidence.
Scarlett, what is new in your world? You lead a very interesting life. You're usually like on the back of a motorcycle or on a tour
This
somewhere.
week I was. He's like, you're gonna kill us both. And like, this is somebody that
Is
probably
this your boyfriend?
I don't know. I like him. I think he's cute.
Is this the same guy that you were
My
seeing?
Saab.
Wait, who is it?
So the Saab. You guys heard of a Saab before? They're kind of car.
A car. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I have like a stick shift Saab. So I guess I'm one of like 5 girls and was in this little city that drive a stick shift or less.
Yeah, it's
5
not
people.
common.
But that's all I will drive. And nobody will steal it though. That's why I mentioned I don't endorse car theft. But you know, I had never left my car running. It's locked and it has a panic button now.
Good.
I never had a panic button before, but now I have it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But he fixed it. He made a key because I lost it. I'm dumb.
This sounds like the best guy ever. You should
And I
lock
bought
this
this jacket
down.
because I thought it was like something I wanted to wear on the back.
It's
of the
so
motorcycle.
cute. It's working for you. It should be your whole aesthetic is motorcycle jackets.
He says we can't call them gangs. They're clubs, quote unquote clubs.
Oh,
Clubs.
this boyfriend is in a gang, a motorcycle gang.
No,
That's
they don't
okay.
call
That's
them-
good.
They call them gangs though. But I did some research and I watched like a little bit of Sons of Anarchy and stuff. And now I
Okay.
understand. It's like people that have their own sense of justice. Like I have my own sense of justice, and
Yeah.
like, actually,
It's like Neighborhood Watch.
they're good people.
Okay. That's cool. That sounds like a cool person. S Cyber Taz for 5. Scarlett was simply flashing the Ralph signal to coax him out of incarceration, intoxication, or presumed death. Does she have an Amazon wish list?
The Ralph signal, is it something I'm wearing? I didn't know. I just bought this on eBay.
I don't know. I think he's hitting on you.
There's a lot of E-State stuff I bought from really small ladies that are gone.
Small ladies that are gone?
We don't, that's what I told him.
Dead,
My neighbor's like, what is going on with your arm? That looks like someone grabbed you. I said, yeah.
Okay, do you have an Amazon wish list?
Oh, yeah, I do. But I'm not sure what's on it. I had Legos, but they got stolen. When somebody got me some Legos, they got stolen.
Sounds like you need some new Legos.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
Andrew Thomas.
Camera in my bedroom.
Andrew Thomas for 5. Happy Sunday, Chrissy. Welcome back, LeeAnn. Both of you and Scarlett are looking hot with a capital H tonight.
Thanks.
Thank you, Andrew.
It's hot here. I don't have the AC running and they got the radiator going.
Deranged lunatic. You heard it, LeeAnn. Don't trust gingers.
Oh, well, I never trusted them except
I trust
Chrissy.
Chrissy.
She's not a real ginger.
I'm chemically enhanced.
Chrissy's the only woman I
Doesn't count.
Mark Start, thank you for the orange boy. Good evening, Chrissy, LeeAnn, and Scarlett. How are you all doing tonight? I see you are making new friends on the Twitter, Chrissy. LeeAnn, Luna, and Penny want a bone. Scarlett as a fellow Wisconsinite, go Pack, go! Ooh,
we have the NFL draft here in Green Bay, so I grew up closer to Green Bay, actually, up north.
Are you a football fan?
Well, they have the NFL draft here, so we got all these like outsiders, and we had Elon Musk in Green Bay.
Did you go see him?
Of course not, because I voted and I didn't get paid to vote. No one bought my vote, but
that's good.
No, but
That's
they
how it
don't
should
have
be.
to. I'm an honest. Like I got my Trump stuff, but I got to wash my hats because I had them on the floor for a while. They got underneath some clothes that got wet, and then the rain came in, and then stuff started stinking.
Okay, yeah, you gotta wash them hats every once in a while. Aaron Howard for 2. My crush LeeAnn is back. Let's go.
You're black?
I
said
know.
no
We have
blacks
some
or
black
dudes.
viewers.
Like, I'm just kidding.
This is so exciting.
I'm just kidding.
I think we're up to like 2 or 3 now.
And Mark, he is in my stream every day. I stream. He hangs out with me the whole time.
Mark is the best. He's an OG.
Yep. He's solid. He's a nice. Yeah.
Well-
even if he's just in the chat, I'll stay on. It's fine. I'll just hang out with him.
Because he's awesome. LeeAnn, what do you make of this whole Virginia Giuffre suicide?
She did not
situation?
kill herself.
Were you surprised by what happened?
No. I know someone that knows her. She's like a hermit though. She was also involved in all that stuff. She doesn't leave her house. Like she is psychologically tortured. And she called me immediately and said that she definitely did not kill herself. Like she just spoke to her. And yeah, I really want her to come forward, but she is fucking terrified. She's been terrified forever with more than just, Epstein and all. There's like people still in positions now in media specifically that did shit to her that they haven't got in trouble. They have tortured her so much. That's why when the whole binder thing pissed me off so much with those people, because that is not funny to a lot of these women that have been tortured for years and years and years, thinking something was going to happen and then it didn't. But she
okay. You're talking about the photo op where a bunch of like conservative influencers came out and had like, oh, here's our binder.
So corny. They're never going to release the list. I'm saying it now. They're never going to. There's too many people involved that are still in power. They're just not going to.
There are too many, active people.
Yeah, they're not. They're never going to. So
that's kind of what I was thinking. I never really got my hopes up.
And yeah, leave her family alone. I don't know who's watching this or whatever, but do not contact her family. Like, leave them the fuck alone. They've been through enough. Like, I know journalists won't listen, but yeah, just leave them the fuck alone.
And
they
there
don't want
was
to talk to you.
I'm sure you saw LeeAnn, the I don't know if it was a tweet or an Instagram post from Virginia saying like, I'm not suicidal. If anything ever happens to me, spread this
yeah, she said that a
around.
few times.
Yeah.
I don't know her, but the other woman I know does very well. And yeah, because they were like involved in stuff together. But yeah, she was like, no, she didn't.
Was she also involved with Epstein or somebody else? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, there's like so many people. If it was me, I would say all the names, but I just can't do that to them.
Yeah.
They're already terrified, and it's not like my place to say it.
Right.
I really want them to, but they've been tortured for so long. Like the shit that they do, and it's not physical, it's psychological. Like they threaten their families. It's like, that's why I was like, leave her family alone. Like, don't just leave them alone. Like, I'm sure you've done enough.
Wow. What did this woman say? Like, was there anything that stood out that made her realize like, oh, this is so obviously not a suicide?
Because she was scared every day. She was scared. She was getting threatened, and
I heard about this
for years at this point. So, but she
weird.
said she doesn't even know what happened, like with the
Busting.
accident that happened. Like she wasn't really straight with her about that. Like she doesn't know if someone like did something to her, not hit her with, I don't know. There's like many things. I don't know what the official thing is. Is it her got hit by a bus or some shit like that?
That's I think what the story was, is that she got hit by a bus.
She doesn't really know what happened with that. Like she talked to her, but she was just like crying and didn't really talk about it. So I have no idea. That's very strange though. Like she said she was gonna die, and then she goes and kills herself.
She said she's there. It was put out that she had 4 days to live.
Yeah.
And then she was fine and
it's
out.
so weird. It's so weird. I don't know.
It's really weird.
Yeah. I have no idea. They're getting desperate though.
Died, and I'd seen her before in the documentary. She was like one of the first to speak out, right?
Mm-hmm.
She saw the Prince Charles or that guy,
Prince Andrew.
Yeah. Andrew.
Yeah, I don't keep up with the UK that much. But.
Yeah, they've been tortured for so long. Like even before a lot of people in the public knew, they were still like, because they got to make sure they have control of it at all times. So now they're very desperate. Like it's crazy. I'm scared.
So even though Epstein is like not around and Ghislaine is not around, there's you think there's other people involved who are like calling people like Virginia, keeping tabs on her, still threatening her, things like that.
Yeah. A lot of them don't say anything in public and they're still tortured. So if they came out, they're just so scared at this point that they don't bother. Like they just want to be left alone, and that doesn't even happen. So
it's
so horrible.
It's a difficult like position, because a lot of these people too, they defend, because I know somebody that he was a photographer and lived in Hawaii, and he knew a girl that was like 14 that was dating Epstein at the time, and he took pictures of her, but she didn't she wanted like to go see him. It's difficult.
Some of them do. They get money, they get taken care of. They're like from really poor families. So.
Like your mind can be like, even in my industry too, your mind can be, you think that this is somebody that loves you, or this is your friend, or this is someone you can trust. You want someone you can trust.
Mm-hmm.
And then also that same guy, like he was an ex-Navy SEAL, and like he saved me so many times just by giving me a place to live in LA, because LA is just such a harsh place, like a harsh place to live.
Mm-hmm.
You're just coming into things like, people, they just want to use a lot of ways.
I lasted like 2 months in LA and left because I fucking hated everyone there, and I'm not like that. And I was like, I ain't doing none of this to do anything.
Horrible.
Like I don't want it that bad. Like fuck y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta sell your
He
soul.
told me not to trust anyone. And I mean, ex-Navy SEALs, like this is someone that, it's hard to be Navy SEAL, and he's like a hero, but he's like the best person I met. It's like a real dad that you would want, like someone that kept you safe. And
it seems like they're using the truth of her being a tortured person, just in this quote here from her family. In the end, the toll of abuse is so heavy that it became unbearable for Virginia to handle its weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they want them to like be left alone. They don't want people speculating really. So they're just like, yeah, she was
Right.
crazy. She was sad. Like that's what I'm like, dude,
Wow.
leave them alone. Like they don't know.
Because the
anything.
family issued a statement that says, yeah, it is with utterly broken hearts that we announced that Virginia passed away last night at her farm in Western Australia. She lost her life to suicide after being a lifelong victim of sexual abuse and sex trafficking. Probably
Yeah.
because the family is scared shitless and wants
Yeah, they're like,
people to
look, she's
stop
gone.
bothering
She was
them.
crazy. You were right.
Yeah, it's so
Like,
sad.
okay. But everyone's saying like, no, she didn't because she said that she wouldn't. So
Right.
they can't really help that. But people should just leave them alone. I mean, journalists.
Yeah.
Journalists.
She
Whatever.
had 3 kids. Wow. She survived by her 3 children, Christian, Noah, and Emily, who her family said were the light of her life. That's so sad. It was when she held her newborn daughter in her arms that Virginia realized she had to fight back against those who had abused her and so many others. There are no words that can express the grave loss we feel today with the passing of our sweet Virginia. She was heroic and will always be remembered for her incredible courage and loving spirit. Her lawyer, Sigrid McCrawley, said she was much more than a client. She was a dear friend and an incredible champion for other victims. Her courage pushed me to fight harder. Her strength was awe-inspiring. The world has lost an amazing human being today. Rest in peace, my sweet angel. Oh my goodness. One of the most extraordinary human beings I have ever had the honor to know. That was her representative. Deeply loving, wise, and funny, she has become a beacon to other survivors and victims. She adored her children and many animals. She was always more concerned with me than with herself. I will miss her beyond words.
That's just so weird. Everything with her getting it, like being hit or whatever happened and saying that she's dying. That was weird in itself. Now
Yeah.
it's extra weird that she did this now. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
A lawyer, Josh Schiffer, a lawyer who represents one of the Epstein victims, said Giuffre was integral to exposing the financier. The case wouldn't have existed without the input, her cooperation, her bravery at the beginning, inspiring so many other people to come forward. Her loss will hopefully be a marker and almost an inspiration for people to calling attention to the epidemic that is sex trafficking. It is the international sex industry. This is an issue that still persists. It changes its form all the time and exists all around the world. This just happened to be a really prominent example. The Western Australia police did not publicly confirm Giuffre had died, but said emergency services responded to reports of a 40-year-old woman unresponsive in her home. Yikes.
I mean, the problem is like when people come forward, they don't have enough protection. Like they're not really protected. And if they are, those people that are protecting them can take money, can change it up. Like they will get asked. So they really don't have any protection truly. And I think they let the shit get out with Andrew because he's just like the royal family is just like a face. They don't really run anything. So they're like, oh, fuck it. He's annoying. He's done so much other shit that embarrassed us. Just throw him out there. So because if it was like truly he ran shit, that picture never would have seen the light of day.
Wow.
Because the people that really run shit, that's who's involved. They'll never let that come out.
It's very strange. Yeah.
Like people actively in the royal family, like more active than say Prince Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't have any power. They're just like a face for the public. They don't hold shit. Like they have no power.
Wow.
At all. They're just like
it's a figurehead.
Behind, the people that are actually doing shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, they hate Andrew, so they're like, fuck it, just put that out. I don't care. Just release it so we give people something because they're already suspicious. So like they don't give a fuck about Andrew.
They're hoping people just fixate on Andrew then.
Well, it's like Princess Diana too. It was kind of weird. She kind of just,
her death was super sus too.
It was sad. Yeah.
Chris
Well,
Benoit
she was gonna say shit, and they hated her already. So.
Chris Benoit for 5. I feel a strong connection with Scarlett. If only I wasn't tied down with a wife and kid. Actually, hold on a minute.
You are still in here. You know what? You are really keeping this cosplay going.
Yes,
Well,
he
I got
is.
my
He's
wife tied up.
You need an award.
He does. What's up, Cherry? Cherry Perez for 5. Just popping in to say hi. Have a great stream, pretty ladies. Oh, Cherry. We gotta get you back on soon.
I don't think a lot of people know Chris Benoit. I think, is that why? Like, do people
don't-
know what that means?
A lot of people don't know. A lot of
they
people think
don't
it's a
know.
real person.
Chris Benoit, what is that?
He was a wrestler that
He
was
was
like
a
all
wrestler.
roided out and killed his wife and kid. Like he was a
My dad's
WWE or
sleeper
something.
home. I had played wrestle with my dad.
Yeah,
was
he was like a famous-ish wrestler and like was all roid raged out and killed his wife and kid. That's why he always like says shit like that. I'm like, dude, he's been doing this for like 3 years, dude. Like
He's
you
really
have
committed.
had
wasn't
the feeling.
offended.
That's impressive. That is impressive.
Well, because I got my wife tied up. Like
Viking
Chrissy
says-
Mayr, I can't show her online, but she's seen her.
You have a man there, Scarlett?
My woman lady without a
Oh.
head, you know, the torso.
Oh, okay.
The one that I flew, I call her the TRAD wife.
Tard?
Trad.
Oh, right.
I love
Viking, even though Virginia is gone, thankfully Epstein's biggest victim, Eliza Blue, is still around to tell her story. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Whatever happened to her? Wait, does she still follow me? 'Cause she like blocked everyone but
She
me.
definitely blocked me right
Let's
out the
see.
gate.
I haven't looked
I
in
think
a while.
she's just shape shifted. I don't know. I believe she's changed form.
She still
and-
follows me. And I
Wow.
follow her. I don't. Okay, well, yeah. I don't ever see any of her stuff though. I can't believe she never blocked me. She like blocked everyone.
Oh yeah, she blocked me big time.
Block
That's
me.
weird.
You want me to go be like undercover inside spy?
Yes, go spy on her.
Or go get in the kitchen, start cooking some food?
I wanted to play. I don't know. Before we switch topics, I don't know, LeeAnn, if you have ever seen this video. It was uncovered. It was a Epstein massage school recruitment video that has resurfaced.
Oh God.
And I think it might be a good time to play this because it's back in the news.
Is this real or like a joke?
Welcome to Jeffrey Epstein School of Massage. You are receiving this video because somebody thinks you would make a great addition to our program. In this video, you'll learn all about the wonderful benefits to being part of our collective. But don't take it from me. Let's hear from some of the girls.
I've been here for 4 years. I've been here for 2.5 years. I've been here for 4 years now.
Hi, I have been here since my daddy told me to save up for my sweet 16th birthday.
I've always been passionate about massage, releasing pain with my own 2 hands. Finding specific pressure points and using reflexology has always been fascinating to me.
Oh, I guess that's what some people will call it massage, but I have carpal tunnel in my wrists, in both my wrists from doing all my massaging. And my jaw. Too.
What the
I was invited to a Clinton Foundation gala. I met Chris Tucker on a private jet to Africa for an AIDS fundraiser.
Oh, Prince Andrew ate cereal out of my asshole. He's funny. That guy's funny. He ate Cap'n Crunch right out of my butthole, right out of my damn.
The program allowed me to gain valuable part-time work experience while still being able to go to school. Commuting from home to West Palm Beach was easy. The scheduling was smooth.
Wait, what? The other girls got to go home?
I finally helped my mom with some of the bills. And I made money for Christmas presents.
$200 is $200.
Traveled to New York, Rio, Istanbul, and I flew to South Africa once. Paris, Milan, Dubai was incredible.
I do believe a witch doctor in Haiti put a spell on my vagina.
Well, there you have it. You're never too young to get a fresh start on a new career. Thanks for watching. Hope to hear from you soon.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. We made that in 2020.
Really? How
Yeah.
did I never see it?
That's awesome.
Because I don't know. It was ahead of its time. And
I would have been able to go to college there.
I think
Where?
some people might get offended. Maybe they expect me to be offended, but I laugh at everything dark because you have to.
It is dark. It's
So
because I just when the story first came out, I was like, how are they getting, everything we learned about it, like girls were recruiting other girls, that there was like massage involved. It was like they preyed on girls who were, didn't have the tightest, poor girls who didn't have the tightest family relations. And it's like, a lot of them, like, everything that's in that video, they needed to make money for Christmas presents. It was $200 to give like a lot of actual stuff I heard. Like,
I talk about them sometimes, but I really tried to, because I've talked to so many traffickers, pimps, and almost all of them will not go after a girl if she has a father in the home or the father is present in her life, because it's too much of an obstacle for them. And that is just crazy to me that can be all it takes for them to like not be involved in shit like this.
Because a dad will kick your ass if they even get a whiff of it.
It's too it's a hurdle that they'd rather not deal with. Like if you have a dog in your house and someone's trying to rob you, even if it's small, it's just something they would rather not, when there's another girl that'll be way easier to get in there. And
not from my experience, but
my
mom's an attorney, and then I had like this random person that was like trying to like mislead me into like some sort of scam. That's why I got in the industry. Like they were trying to fly me out somewhere, and I went out there, and then they're like, come outside, you're gonna get shot, and these things. And I was like, what the heck do I do? And then he ended up starting a website of me, and like sent it to my mom and all this stuff. So even though my mom's an attorney, he never sent it to my dad, just my mom and my sister. That was so weird. But
what did he want? Money?
I mean, it still can happen. I know a girl that has 2 parents in her home, and she was supposed to be doing makeup for modeling, and it wasn't that. They took her to New York and pimped her out. And they scare you and beat you, and she had a dad.
Yeah,
but
it was scary, but then you know that they're kind of weak in a way, because it's like they'll come into your room and they won't even tell you who they are. And then once they leave, they'll try to make it feel like come outside and they'll try to lie to you and tell you you're like less. And then they'll try to tell you, you better be scared. And then randomly I'll be sitting in Chicago or somewhere, and all of a sudden I get text, you're going to get like, you're dead, B word. And like, it's from a random number. It's like, that's kind of weak. Cause it's like, the only time I saw you is when you were like not being who you thought I thought you were, you lied to me, and then you left, and then you just send threats.
Yeah.
Could you just block that number?
They have many different ways to go about it.
Like, I don't have the time to like do these background checks on everybody's number. And then I did a number, and I'm like, I know who that was. And it's like, I'm not scared of them now, because basically it's just like everything they did was things that people knew. Like they just sent my mom, like, your daughter does like adult film videos. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't like give him money. Like, it was kind of like blackmail in a way. It was crazy. But, I never would want anyone to get in that situation. And I was dumb for getting in it, because I went on one of these sites where it's just like modeling, photos, and, make money for taking photos. And, but I'm actually happy that all the photos I shot when I started out, and like they're clothed, and it's very like nice looking stuff. And I own rights to it because I shot it for free and I didn't make money. So
a lot of girls fall for that, but then they feel stupid, so they don't say anything, and then they just keep it going because they don't want to say anything, because they're embarrassed that like they got tricked. And the other girl I knew, she stayed in that situation because of a younger girl that got brought into it, and she wanted to protect her, so she stayed to make sure that nothing happened to her.
To look out for her.
And then once he started beating her, the younger one, that's when she left and like got help, because she could go out on her own. She had her own phone. Like, he waited a couple years to let her do that, but she had her own phone for a while and shit and money, and she still stayed and did it and still slept with people and was an escort. But then once he started hitting the younger one that she was like protective over, that's when she got help for them. So that's what it took for her to leave.
Wow.
So everyone's different. Like, they just play mind games, and some people they can't, get through that fast enough, I guess. It takes them a while.
Result for 2. Wow, Prince Andrew eats Captain Crunch. You like you and me. Yeah, he's just like
us.
Just like us.
Yeah.
Incredible. This was an interesting story. I saw this trending. Let me see. I always enjoy talking about trends among men and women. Okay.
Oh God. Wait,
Why
I've seen this today. What is this?
Why are women lying about this? Like, what is the actual cause? Okay, this is a poll here. In the first reply to this poll, there's a picture of Ollie Murs. I don't know who Ollie Murs is. Before and after a 12-week gym transformation. That's it, 12 weeks. Wow. Do you think he looks better before or after? Are you male or female? Male thinks he looked better before, 24%. Males think he looks better after, 43%. Women think that he looks better before, 27%. And women that think he looks better after, 7%, meaning it's mostly men who think he looks better after.
I like
and
the before.
I bet gay dudes are like, yes.
The after is, I hate that. I don't like that.
John Cena?
I don't know. I don't know who this person is.
I don't know him either.
It's interesting because women seem to prefer the body on the left, whereas dudes seem to prefer the body on the right.
The body on the right looks like raw chicken or something. I don't know.
That body is like,
I don't like it.
Right. I mean, I don't want to see some Andrew Tate.
Mm-mm.
The
like
guy,
I don't
body
know.
on the left, that's a good body still.
Yeah.
I think if you can see muscles of any kind, you're doing fantastic.
Why does his forehead look bigger?
The
in
forehead got
after?
bigger in the second picture.
Yeah, what the hell is going on? Like his head shape's
Like,
different.
Father's Day is like a big celebration here. Like I got to go buy like 100 cards.
How many
Yeah, I
dads
don't
do
like
you
that.
know, Scarlett?
Well, it gets complicated when it's like father and stepfather-in-law, stepsister, cousin that's also a dad, but like cousin related, like blood distant, like John Adams. I'm related to John Adams,
Who's that?
like the second president.
He's dead though.
I go to his grave on Father's Day.
You put a Father's Day card on John Adams' grave, Scarlett?
Yes, I do. I put roses.
Wow. I always thought guys liked plants better than flowers.
My dad's
I don't
dead,
see
so I can't get
flowers.
him anything.
Mine too. Dead dad
Oh,
club.
I love my dad. Yeah, he's not dead yet, but you know that can always happen.
Again, even when you least expect. So everybody hug your dads, call your dads. Okay.
Oh, I love my dads.
John Adams lived into his 90s. I didn't know that.
Really? Yeah, I know. I got good blood. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Again, like I like that this person did a transformation and got into better shape, but like me personally, like a little bit more.
Mm-mm.
A little bit
This
more to
just
hang
proves
on
men
to.
really don't know what women want. Because like
Women don't know what men want though. Because I like spray tan.
I just ask them because I ain't fucking around. Like, just tell me. Like, I don't
That's
know.
the simplest.
Makeup,
Let's not fuck
high
around.
heels, and guys
And men like it when you ask them because they can't read your mind.
And I'll ask blunt as fuck. And don't care.
Goodness, is women don't know what they want. True. No
I
one
want
knows what
funny.
anybody wants.
Funny
No.
trumps
What should
everything.
we even want?
Yeah.
We should be just able to decide that by our own sense of justice and not by what's created outside. It's internal. That's how we find what's want. Like, I don't want that damn pair of shoes. Throw it away.
Scarlett, which body do you like better?
I don't know. Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
Like in between
Okay.
both your hips, I'd be on my knees.
Okay.
But they would have to be twins.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
No, his head looks bigger when after.
the head got bigger somehow in the second photo.
It's more
You
egg
never have to
shaped or
pick.
something.
You never have to decide what you want. You can have it all. As long as you're respectful. And you ask
I mean, if
consent.
he's happy and healthy and whatever,
Right.
go ahead. But I
And
don't.
you're, you know,
He was good the other way.
you can have
He
as many
was.
adopted kids as you want.
I look at the guy and well, that's the thing. If I was with this guy and he went from left to right, I would be like, I would get like, oh, all right, I gotta hit
don't
the
like
gym
them.
more
I don't like the way
myself.
he
I
looks.
have to. I would get way more. I would reevaluate my shit. I'd be like, all right, I guess I gotta lose 30 pounds now because this is what my dude looks like, and I'd be like, fun's over. So
it's not.
Whereas the guy on the left, like, yeah, he has a few beers. He'll have a nacho or two. He's by no means, I would not
He's
consider
like more
him
carefree.
fat.
Wisconsinite
Yeah.
on the left. That's definitely a Wisconsinite. That's a cheesehead. It's a
He's
beer
eating
drinker.
cheese curds.
Miller Lite, or not Miller Lite, but Bud Light. None of that.
Full belly, empty balls. Wow,
Spotted
Courtney.
Yeah. I think it's I don't know. I don't like Andrew Tate-ish looking people either.
I'd be like,
Andrew
why
Tate has a front
that?
pussy and I can't unsee it.
A front pussy?
I don't someone posted a picture of him sitting with his legs open and he has a Speedo on. Why the fuck are men wearing
Back
Speedos?
to
Please stop.
Armenia.
Because they want to be attractive to other men.
It is disturbing. I'm like, what
the
is
suitcase.
that? Like, I'm pretty sure his dick is not big. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying that to be mean.
There's
I'm
no
serious.
way it's big.
It was a terrible angle.
See how
Whoever
he-
did that, he needs to put a hit out or something.
I
I
can
don't know.
tell
'Cause
by
that shit
how
was
Andrew Tate acts that he doesn't have a
disturbing.
big one.
He's a backpack.
Disturbing. I'm like, wow.
That's a new
All right.
phrase in the biker clubs. They call them backpacks.
He's
When
a
they're, like,
backpack.
they're not allowed to be in the club, but they sit on the back of the bike. It's kind of like the wife or girlfriend of the biker.
Oh, okay.
So I got to be a backpack this weekend. I was so excited.
That is, it's good for a girl, bad for a guy. So I think Andrew Tate, he's a little, I don't know, he tries too hard. He does. He has a small little peanut head.
Yeah.
You're right, Mark.
I'm like, do women really think he's attractive? Seriously? Like, what?
Are there
No.
any women in the chat who find Andrew
not
Tate
attracted to many
attractive?
guys,
No
but I think
judgies. Just put it in the chat.
Yeah, if you do, that's
What I'm
fine.
told-
I have the weirdest taste ever, so trust me.
My attraction, I like pretty women, but then in
Like-
a different way than I like
What kind of dudes?
like a mean guy that'll put a knife against my neck. He gave me a hickey. I think.
That's what you like, Scarlett?
I wanted one. I said,
Ah.
I don't even know what that is. I never got one. I never dated boys. I still don't think I'm dating him. I said, can I be your girlfriend?
Okay.
But he said he's actually the one that's like doesn't want me there. He's like, you got to go now. You're gonna crash the bike. So what am I doing? You're not supposed to like squeeze them like that hard when you're on the back of a motorcycle. You
Wow,
don't
Andrew
squeeze
Tate
anybody,
used to
don't
have
squeeze them.
hair.
He's like, I can't breathe. We're gonna crash.
I can't believe he used to have hair.
Yeah, I do not think
I like
that's
this
like when he was
version
on
better.
Big Brother and shit or
This
whatever
is-
that was in the
Yeah, he's a
UK.
penis.
More likable here.
Deported. No, I just
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like he looks like he could be like a poor kid in Mexico, honestly.
Yeah.
Also,
Wait, he was on Big Brother?
Yeah, I think in the UK. I don't know what year it was.
Oh, wow.
yeah, I heard a story about him. I never really pay attention. I don't mind men having these like want to be masculine, and I don't mind them that movement. But then I don't like it when I found out he's making money off of women, and kind of doing that kind of stuff. And then he keeps like postponing that case or something. It's like just some political stuff where it's like I don't trust anybody anyways. But
I used to defend him because I don't like witch hunts, but then I seen the war room shit, and then I talked to a girl that is a victim that in the UK, like she's not allowed to speak publicly. This is what people don't get that keep defending him. She is not allowed to speak publicly until the court case. They're not allowed. Like I don't
He
understand why
signed
people
like an
don't get
NDA
this.
or something.
But
Yeah.
those war room chats should be enough for people to be like, oh, okay, he's a piece of shit. Like that's him saying these things.
Yeah.
Like, and if you want to know, you can watch Willie Mack show on YouTube. He did a whole fucking video. It's all there, all the documents, all the proof. So I don't defend him anymore because he is a piece of shit.
Mhm.
I don't like when people go after people for no reason, and I definitely don't trust the media. So whoever they hate, I'll probably love. But in this case, no, he is actually a piece of shit. So
He is.
yeah,
Do you
I defended
understand,
him.
LeeAnn? Like, what is the? I've noticed like there's a little bit of a fascination on the right with him.
Donate caviar.
Like a few people have been interviewing him. Like, I think Candace Owens. I'm not sure if
Like Benny Johnson.
interviewed
I
him.
don't care who does it, but Benny Johnson and people like that are always calling women hoes, talking about OnlyFans, doing all this, but then they'll go and be fine with him. And I'm like, that's how he has money, you fucking retards. That is how that he would have no money if he didn't use girls with OnlyFans, cam sites. Like, so pick a fucking lane, dude. You can't talk shit on the women that do it and then be fine with him doing it. Like, no, that's how he made all of his money. So
Yeah,
he's
he's
exactly
facilitating
the
all of it.
same. Like, he's not worse than us girls that do that. He's not better. Like, that's how he has his fucking money. So stop being a hypocrite, stop calling women whores, but then you're fine with him doing it. So it's okay for him to use them, but if they do it on their own, well, then they're fucking whores. Like, what? No. Like, stand for something, for fuck's sakes. Like, my God. That's what I don't like. You can interview him. I don't think he should be banned or anything like that, especially he hasn't been convicted. I don't like what Ron DeSantis did to him in Florida. That was fucking weird. Like, he's not convicted of anything. He should be allowed in Florida. Like, what is this shit? That's some commie shit. Like, he's not convicted yet, so he should be allowed to come here. Like, what? I don't like that either. I don't like him, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, he needs to be arrested for what?
He needs to come to Wisconsin.
Like, what the fuck? What did he do? And you can't be like, oh, he should be arrested. And then you're like, okay, we're going to find something. No, motherfucker. If you actually want to arrest him, you don't say that. And like, you find it and then do it. You don't say that and be like, all right, we'll find something. Like, that's commie shit, dude. Like, no.
Heifers in the barn here in Wisconsin. Learn how to farm, bale some hay, curd the cheese curds. Eat some cheese, for God's sake. We don't need some 0.1% body fat guy walking around. I got yelled at by a surgeon. He's like, wow, you have the least body fat ever. Oh, and he's thinking about what I look like on the inside, like my guts and stuff. He's like, you don't have any body fat. He's so fascinated. I'm like, you just got Diet Mountain Dew in your fridge. You don't have anything else. Where's the food?
Okay, this is an interesting post about when Benny had Andrew Tate on. Hi there, human trafficking victim survivor advocate and nonprofit organization founder here. This is from Natalie Denise. What your husband, Benny Johnson, is doing is irrefutable harm in the industry of combating 1, sexual deviance, 2, the unhealthy perception of sex, 3, the harm caused on HT victim survivors, 4, human trafficking itself. Just a few days ago, Andrew Tate bullied a British grooming gang victim. She was abused at age 5 years old in the public for calling him out for what he's been open about, abusing and pimping women. Ironically, this was in response to his open call to run for prime minister due to their grooming gang scandal. He can't even go to the corner store, right? He's on house arrest for being a possible danger to minors. See screenshot and tweet below. The promotional image itself showcases that Benny doesn't take a single issue in Tate's self-confessed actions whatsoever. He poses the smolder look side by side with a self-professed pimp while suggesting that anybody who might go against them is a raging liberal. Reflection in their glasses there. What this does is glamorize Tate brothers' actions in normalizing dangerous and degenerate behavior towards girls and women. Imagine one of your daughters at age 15 or 16 receiving a social media DM from a geriatric aged man, lots of materialistic intrigue behind him, and him wanting to love bomb her with the underlying motive to manipulate and control her. Eventually, you'd be sick to your stomach. Personalities like your husband are 100% intentionally lessening the severity of this insidious behavior by making it no big deal and chumming it up in public. And listen, they have the freedom to do this, just like the public has the freedom to backlash. Continuing to defend this will absolutely tarnish one's reputation. Your family will have a public legacy to reflect on, and depending on how you all decide to correct or not correct this course, it could blemish it all completely. It's up to you. It's up to Benny and all the other personalities that uplift an abuser. The heat will only get worse. I didn't think Benny should be deplatformed for this. I mean, my gosh, this is way back in January.
It's just hypocritical as fuck. Like, they act like holier than thou shit when then they'll do shit like this. It's not like he's just interviewing him. He's fanboying over him.
Especially with this kind of a graphic. Yeah,
that is the gayest shit I've ever seen. Like, they probably fucked each other in the ass after.
It's unfortunate because Benny posts a lot of content of his family. Like, nothing's better than being a father. This is what I get to come home to, like, which is sweet and very wholesome. So it does not seem to match up with.
I mean, I've said it before. There's a lot of men in the conservative space that act that way and are not that way. And I know firsthand because they have DM'd me and I have told their wife. And the only reason why I don't say their name is because I respect her. She's sweet. And I don't want to hurt her. Like, they're doing whatever. But I fucking told her immediately that he was doing this. But they are nothing what they portray online, dude. Like
Wow.
barely any of them. They're doing drugs at conventions, they're getting hookers, they're DMing fucking girls, and they clearly didn't know about me because I will fucking tell on you immediately. And the only reason why I don't say their name is because of the women, because I don't want to hurt them and they don't deserve that. So
Yeah.
but if something ever happens and they're like, go ahead, fuck it, I'm like, oh yes, I will. Absolutely.
Well, you're a good person, LeeAnn.
Yeah, I care about them, not the
I
dude.
do
'Cause
too.
if it was up to me, I'd be fucking blasting it everywhere. I don't give a fuck because I'm so sick of the hypocritical bullshit, like talking shit, calling women whores, and you're nothing. Trying to act all Jesus and family. Meanwhile, you're blowing coke off hookers and shit. Like, fuck off.
It's like Ted
Like, I
Bundy.
hate that shit. Just be real. Like, no one's real and just so over it. I don't
it's
like
like-
that they trick people and then that these people support them and buy their bullshit, support this life that they live, and they're nothing that they say that they are. Like, I'm over that shit, dude. I'm so over it.
This is like
I
it's
don't
too
buy
much
them
to keep up. It's a lot to
I'm like,
keep
you're
going.
lucky I like your wife because I don't like you.
I think
And
that's true, though, the fact that even if they're saying these things, they know within who they are, and they see you as a threat, and that's why maybe they text
they're
women.
pieces of shit, dude. A
But
lot of
then
them
I
are.
think it doesn't matter for the public to know who won, and the public eye. They lose when it's like Roy Cohen when they die alone, refusing he had AIDS and that he was ever gay, and like attacking his gay boyfriends, but he died alone in a hospital bed of AIDS, still refusing he had it. And that's pretty sad. I mean, I watched the Roy Cohen documentary, and it's sad to like lie to yourself in certain ways. Where it's like
I don't
that's
like
why
the
I also
preaching
respect.
shit.
Like I
Like,
haven't.
don't
I'm
preach
very
to
sorry.
others what you're not
You trip
doing,
on your
bitch.
own.
Exactly.
You trip on your own shoelaces in the way. You know.
Yeah.
I
I don't know why they do this shit.
like,
People
lie,
find
you're
out
not-
everything. That's why I don't care what people know about me. I'll tell you anything you want to know. I don't give a fuck. People will find out anyways.
I mean, they see it
So,
all. They see it all for me.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll tell you anything you want to know, like whatever. But these people, I just don't like how they just trick people and like they don't deserve the platforms they have because you're a piece of shit, dude. Like,
I'd rather people just be who they are. Like you don't have to be the best or most perfect conservative anything.
No, it's different if you're
position
playing a
yourself
character,
but
you're not.
I'm a religious right winger. It's like, well, you don't have
Mhm.
to. You could just be yourself and not be clinging so tightly to whatever group you think you should belong to whatever's better for your platform or your following or whatever. It's just we don't have to fit in these boxes.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. It's in a world like this, like just be authentic. That's what people want. And I feel like it's just why can't they do that? Why? Like stop acting like you're better than everyone and holier than thou. Meanwhile, you're definitely not.
But it's also great that some of these people do because like yeah, it upset me in the beginning. Like I did some of these like the whatever debate or whatever where
you did the whatever podcast and they
Yeah.
like treated you very poorly.
I didn't even say a word, and they're like, chair number 5 is you need an ambulance outside right now. And honestly,
Who
I just
said that? The host? Who said that
I
about
ended up
you?
leaving early, like, but I didn't rage quit. I left early to go eat a Pop-Tart in the car, and I fell asleep. And then I woke up, and the lights were still on. They had it going on for 7.5 hours. I mean, no, but it was an Andrew Wilson guy. But but afterwards,
Oh, he's garbage. He's another one of these people
Here's the
who
thing, it's
thinks
like
they're
the
hot
ultimate-
shit and like thinks they live this like perfect life and that they're super trad and they're not. He's just he's full of
But I
hire.
just still said thank you. I'm like, thanks for having me on because they got mad at me when I left because I didn't tell them I was leaving. I didn't like make a show of it. I didn't say I was upset. I'd already said what I had to say, and then he's like, "You own me." He said that, and then after that,
Who the host said you owe me?
said that. I said you could sit there, smoke your little cigarettes, and we're breathing clean air here.
Who said you owe me, Scarlett?
He said that to me on the podcast.
Who?
Andrew Will. They cut the podcast twice because one time I didn't know I was offending, but I was like a Sharon Stone in the corner, like barely in stage. I
Andrew
didn't
Wilson
understand
said
what
to
he had
you that you owe him?
I own. I didn't stay there for money, and then
Oh, he
everyone
said I own you? Weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
No. He said you. Well, I've had guys say that. I even told him. I said,
Oh
you
my
know
God,
what?
focus.
It's okay
Who
to be
said
owned
that
by
to you on the podcast?
Well, I only got upset when they started talking about like they started using bad words, like words where it's like They singled me out on purpose. They told me, okay, Scarlett, you should come in like tonight, not tomorrow night. And I was scheduled the night before. So then I drove 7 hours from Vegas in a SUV that I rented, which wasn't a manual. So I almost got in so many accidents. But I was completely sober because I drove 7 hours there and back. Like I wouldn't have made
That's
it
good.
if I'd been
I'm
like
glad you were
on some
sober.
sort of like debilitating substance of some sort. So the first question Andrew Wilson asked me, what recreational substance are you on? Chair number
Wow.
5, you know? And then actually now I accept it. I'm like, cool. Like think that that's how I am, because I knew at the moment I was actually just bored. Like I have a different energy than
Well,
anyone
they
else.
don't do much to engage their guests. They book like 10 girls,
was
and they
offensive.
just they're like, well, the higher the numbers, the higher the chance of a viral moment. That nobody on that show is
Oh,
actually
yeah.
trying to engage
That's
anybody.
3 times.
They're not really hosting. It's just like they throw everybody into a pen.
The guy came out in the hallway. Please rejoin the panel, please.
Wow. All right, Russell Hall
And then on the podcast, you're like,
there.
please
Russell
rejoin.
Hall says, "Pooh, see there, I solved the riddle for you. Thank you, Russell."
They were
Amazing.
real polite to
Viking
me.
for
I said,
5 says, "I'll never understand why women think lip injections, facial piercings, and tattoos look good. Men hate them." Viking, they do them to act out. It's like it could be because they're mad at somebody, like their dad, or it could be like an insecurity thing, like they actually hate themselves.
They're like, I'm mad at my dad. I want to look like a trout.
Yeah,
That'll
true.
show him.
Yeah.
I actually attacked
Or it could be like they're just insecure. They feel like their looks are fading, that sort of thing. Mark Zart. So women love the dad bod. We do, Mark.
Yeah.
We do.
I mean, because most of the time guys are wearing clothes, like
True.
from the like waist down. Sometimes maybe not, but like that's all up to you, women.
So true. Viking
Yeah,
for
women,
5.
if you
I
look like
agree.
a cat and an alien and a trout mixed together, go for it.
Yeah, I agree with LeeAnn on Andrew Tate. I don't like black people either. Okay. Chris Benoit. Scarlett, your crazy matches my crazy. Soulmates. She already has a boyfriend, Chris.
No, my soul is like my bluebird. She's
And
like,
you're married.
It's like my tread wife.
Push Up says, Scarlett, did you ever get to meet Ed Teller?
Again?
Ed Teller?
Ed Teller. Huh. Who is that? Andrew Teller? No, who's Ed Teller?
I guess not to know then.
No, I guess I don't care. I want a cheese head though. I want to go get some. They don't have one of my size.
Go get a cheese hat.
A double X small cheese head because my brain is not huge. But my mouth pretty big. I have a big tongue like Gene Simmons.
Really? Let's see it. How big is your tongue?
Because
it's long. Okay, it's long. I
You're
get
supposed
it.
to do these neck
It
exercises.
looks- What do you mean you're supposed to do neck
You do
exercises?
a jawline, a tight neck.
Oh, like mewing? Mewling?
You put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Like I'm like,
Yeah, that's
wow.
supposed to be good for your
I like
jawline.
that.
Mewing.
My lifestyle's been good for my jawline.
Yeah, you have a great jawline.
And I have good like they were talking about, we were talking when this thing started about the jaw, something with the jaw, right?
I don't think so.
Somebody had a problem with the jaw or some sort of jaw problem, like TMJ thing. You can actually prevent
Oh,
that.
you're talking about the sketch? Okay.
Oh yeah, you can prevent that if you just do some jaw exercise daily. And it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You want to exercise the jaw.
Okay, Gen Z, let's pivot a little bit. Gen Z has the biggest split between men and women when it comes to who supports Trump. This doesn't surprise me at all. Gen Z has emerged as both the most supportive and hostile generation towards Trump, thanks to a dramatic gender gap a new poll found. In a considerable split between the sexes, 24% of women under the age of 30 approve of Trump's performance. That's you, Scarlett, compared to 45% of young men in the same age range, according to an NBC News survey. That was the largest gap of any bracket in the poll. Still, both Gen Z men and women gave Trump his lowest approval rating of any generation. By comparison, 49% of millennial men say they approve of Trump's performance in office, while 40% of millennial women do. Gen X gave the highest in the approval rating, 56% of men approving him compared to 43% of women. Among boomers, 50% of men approve of Trump compared to 43% of women. Wow. All right, Gen X. You guys did something for once.
I don't know what generation I'm in.
For real.
You are, Scarlett. I think you're probably Gen Z.
I don't know what they mean, but I don't care because I don't know. I don't want to learn the pronouns. It's okay.
No, you're one of the good ones, Scarlett. You're a Gen Zer.
Well,
Don't
of
be-
course, Gen Z women don't like
Thank you,
Trump.
Chrissy. That's so sweet. I feel
God.
like I feel okay now. Like I'm not gonna have to go to a hospital. Yeah, the biker guy took me to this mental hospital. He said that's where Ed Gein was. That's why I brought up Ed Gein. So he drove me out there. He said, "I'm gonna drop you off."
At a mental hospital?
Well, there's like a mental asylum where Ed Gein was in Wisconsin, and it's closed down now. But like the buildings are there. And then he drove me out there. He's just joking around, but I thought he was serious. I thought
he didn't.
I got on my knees.
Wait,
I'm
the
like,
building's still standing? I want to go in there.
I didn't tell anyone where I was going, but he's nice. He's nice.
Okay, look at this. See? Good. Okay, well, Gen Z, I feel like they don't like anything. But 45% is pretty high.
Yeah.
I think women are just truly not engaged politically until they get a certain age or have kids. I think then it all matters more.
I don't know. I think the Gen Z women are just fucking
Hopeless.
insufferable.
They're pretty hopeless as it
I
stands.
agree. That's why I got a trad wife. I just don't want.
They're just so fucking insufferable.
In recent
dude.
decades, the youngest generation tends to be the most progressive one, but it also tends to have a comparatively lower rate of voter turnout compared to older age brackets. During the last election cycle, 42% of young voters between the ages of 18 and 29 cast ballots, according to a study by Tufts. That was a decline from 2020 when more than 50% of people in that age group voted. I blame social media and people. The youth is more complacent. They're more distracted.
I blame TikTok the most.
Yeah.
For sure.
On issues, Gen Z men and women diverged pretty dramatically. A paltry 27% of Gen Z women have a favorable view of the Republican Party. That's because they're retarded, compared to 44% of men in that age group, except for you, Scarlett. You're one of the good ones. Okay. Meanwhile, 45%
I'm retarded.
Okay. Meanwhile, 45% of the Gen Z men have a favorable view of Trump's approach to diversity, equity, and inclusion, dwarfing the 22% of women who feel the same way. Additionally, 43% of men have a favorable impression of Elon Musk compared to 20% of women in that block.
Well, he didn't pay me for my vote, so I still
True.
voted. I'm a go Wisconsinite. Go Wisconsin. We voted for our judge, but we didn't get the judge we wanted, but it's okay.
Who did
Next
you
time.
want?
We got a woman.
Who did you want to win?
I did vote for Brad, but they made me show my whole ballot because I voted 3 minutes before it was, and I voted in person. They made you turn over the ballot to feed it through the scanner. So what happened is like, then they look at your score. Like
Really?
we could look at everything
They
you
look at
voted.
who you voted?
And everything was blank except for like the people that I could understand, like was somebody like I could pick it. I don't know what's going on here. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. I don't
Unless
either.
somebody pulled my hair.
Push-ups for 2. Didn't you say that your mother worked for Teller? I don't know.
Oh, yes, she did. So my mom went to like Stanford, and then she worked at the Hoover Institution or whatever it was called. And then she worked in DC for a while. She sent me a picture of her when she was young in DC. She's super cute.
Oh,
We don't look alike, but I saw it. I'm like, my mom is so cute. And I'm like,
She's
how old are you
cute.
here?
Of course,
And then
because
I
you're
found out she's
cute.
only 19. I'm like, oh, mom, seriously?
Chris Benoit for 5 says, you know what? I think she's too much even for me. I'll just go back to the wife and kid. Oh, shit.
Good. Because
Oh,
mine is tied up over there.
Hotep
The wife and-
Tiger for 10. Hey, LeeAnn. Ooh.
Oh, what?
I don't let anyone look in my kitchen or go in the freezer.
That's
I did that
probably-
purposely. Someone tried to walk in there. I'm like, wait, hold on here.
Junior for 5. Are you all team India or team Pakistan in their war? Ugh.
Pakistan.
I don't have a side yet.
I don't like war, so I don't know.
Why?
I
Who's
picked
wrong?
Pakistan.
I'm with LeeAnn then. The world's biggest hoe for 2. Scarlett, have you ever been accused of being hyper?
No, I was chemically depressed. And then I started Prozac. And then I found people that were like treating me nice.
You're on Prozac
Yeah.
right now?
But when I was living in population 69, yeah, I was depressed as hell. Could
And
not
now
leave
you're
that
good.
town. Yeah. I play guitar rock music and then I got out of it.
Yeah, why won't you let us
Love
see
rock
your
music.
freezer, Scarlett? What's in your freezer? A human
Oh my
head?
God. The hell.
A
I'm
head.
not a vegetarian. So
Okay, so meat.
I live like a bachelor.
That means you're a slob. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not a slob though, but my sink broke, but I'm also a plumber. So I replaced the whole sink. I just did it. I was so proud of myself.
There you
I'm
go.
like a
You're like
man.
that Chinese
Like a
girl who
man.
built her whole house from scratch.
Well, my landlord's like, I don't care what you do here. Cool.
That sounds like a cool landlord. Okay, I want to play this clip. Did you guys hear about Katy Perry being mean to being cringy? She is so cringy, but she's
What is wrong
also
with
mean
her?
to the elderly.
Oh.
From Dom Lucre, breaking Grammy Award winner singer Katy Perry is under backlash from her fans after allegations of her bullying a nun to death surfaced on the internet. Users referred to a lawsuit that involved Katy Perry and many elderly people that involved the purchasing of their homes. This battle allegedly led to death of an innocent nun. A fan said that I just found out Katy Perry has a law written after her because she was bullying and financially abusing so many elderly people out of their homes. She would sue bedridden elderly people, subject them to long court dates, and then try to steal their home from them. She was worth $400 million while doing this to lower earning elderly people who reside in SoCal. If you dig deeper, it gets so much worse. Some of the elderly people were nuns, literal nuns, who lived, practiced their religion, and served the community from the
Just the
same
girl?
place for decades, their convent. Katy Perry wanted the land and harassed them ruthlessly for it. In a court hearing, one of the nuns literally died when her heart gave out from the stress of it all. Oh my God.
I knew that.
She was a good girl gone bad, right?
Stop.
Was she a nun?
It's not
Who's
doing
not?
anyone any good except hurting a lot of people. Oh. And to Katy Perry to please stop. It's not doing anyone any good except hurting a lot of people.
Okay, well, I would like to have heard a little bit more from the nuns.
That's why Russell Brand left her.
Really?
Isn't it?
Probably.
like
I knew about that years ago. And I don't know why it never like got more coverage. I don't know if her PR like stopped it and then it just went away. Yeah, she's I mean, they're all pieces of
liked
shit. Like
it.
you could buy land anywhere, bitch, and you're
liked
picking
it.
on old people. It's because
Yeah.
they're evil pieces of shit.
Okay,
So-
this is true. Okay, so in 2015, Katy Perry attempted to purchase a former convent in Los Angeles for $14.5 million with the approval from the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. However, the nuns who lived there objected, claiming they had the right to sell the property to someone else. The nuns, specifically Sister Catherine Rose Holzman and Sister Mary Callanan, fought the sale in court, arguing that Perry's purchase was invalid. Sister Catherine Rose Holzman, one of the nuns involved in the legal battle, died unexpectedly in court March 2018, shortly after pleading with Perry to stop the purchase. Her death occurred during a post-judgment hearing related to the case. Despite the nuns' efforts, Perry ultimately succeeded in purchasing the property. The controversy surrounding the convent purchase included accusations that Perry was not respecting the nuns' rights and that the nuns were being treated unfairly. Sister Mary Callanan, the last surviving nun involved, expressed strong disapproval. I guess that's who we saw in the video. Strong disapproval of Perry and the sale, stating that Perry had blood on her hands due to the sale. She sounds like a horrible person, and then she's going into space for no reason.
They don't want her to have it because they know she's going to do a bunch of weird satanic shit in there.
Yep.
And that was like their holy place. Like they know what happens there. Like, yeah, of course they don't want her to have it. The fact that she even did that, like, what a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can buy anything you want anywhere. Like, you had to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
of all
just
the
to be a
things.
dickhead.
It's like Amber Heard.
They're all
To
just
Johnny Depp,
terrible.
you know.
Terrible people.
Why did Amber Heard try to buy a convent?
Well, I finally started watching that trial, and I'm like, Jesus, this is so terrible. He has 5 penthouses, and you get all of them, and then he has to go get his own hotel room when you travel, just so he can be safe and run away. Like he has to go hide, just so he can feel safe. Like that's so sad. Like, come on, like somebody
They're all
using somebody in
insane,
some way,
dude.
you know.
Like,
In any
weird
way, like I
people.
know that that's so far off, it didn't really make sense that what I was trying to compare, but the 2 points, like if she's using like buying a convent so she can own the nuns, and then she's marrying Johnny Depp so she can own his places and hit him and stuff.
You think that's why she wanted his real estate?
Well, no, it just seems sad. Like she would using, like, you know, somebody like Johnny Depp's been like a really respected actor. Like he should be respected and not treated like that. Like, yeah, I mean, I never watched much of the trial before, but then I watched some of it. I'm like, how could you treat somebody like that and be so mean?
You gotta be
Because
careful
women
who
in
you push
Hollywood
your
are
dick in.
evil, dude. They're
Yeah,
evil. All those
maybe. Yeah,
bitches
maybe
with
that's true. He had a
Weinstein,
choice too. Yeah, he didn't have to
like
be
they all
evil.
lied. I'm like, no, you knew what you did. You chose to do
I
that to
liked
get
an
ahead.
attorney though. The attorney Camila Vasquez or whatever her name is. She's super cool. I like how she's like, no, sit down. Like I like it when I like him boss people around.
So this is the remaining sisters were reportedly forced to relocate in 2011. Wow, we had to do whatever we were told, said Sister Catherine Rose Holzman. I think it's because they were trying to sell our property. It's so sad. They've been trying for years, even when we lived there, but none of us wanted to leave. The nuns' relocation lies at the heart of the current property dispute. When the archdiocese began to entertain potential buyers, the sisters still believed the property belonged to them, so only they could sell it, especially because they felt like they'd been mistreated in recent years. The nuns say that during the last 2 decades, their treatment by the archdiocese has devolved into a troubling pattern of neglect and broken promises. How sad.
Because they want the property. Those nuns like paid for it. They put their money together to get it. How the
Yeah.
fuck weren't they
They
allowed to
miss
sell
out
it?
on a lot of things that are sinful.
Look how beautiful. This is a
They
huge
choose the
property.
Lord. They choose it.
I don't even understand how that was possible for them not to have a say if they pulled their money together.
Right. Just because they're old, and I think they
All
just
those
took advantage.
archdioceses, they're fucking pieces of shit too, man. They fucking covered up all kinds of molestation, and they wanted the
Mhm.
money. They didn't give a shit about those nuns.
It's
Always
so
the
sad.
higher up. It's always them, dude.
We
And the
need to
small
take care of
people.
our veterans and our elderly. Like,
And our nuns.
mhm.
When Archbishop Jose Gomez agreed to sell the property to Perry without any input or involvement from the sisters, the women said they were immediately concerned without even knowing who Perry was because they feared they wouldn't see any of that money. Perry offered to buy the estate for $14.5 million in cash. According to Billboard, Perry showed interest in the convent as early as 2013. The gospel-turned-singer pop star, a daughter of evangelical Christian preachers, planned to move in with her mother and grandmother. Wow. Gomez accepted her $14.5 million cash offer sometime in 2013 or 2014. But Holes and Callanan, 2 of the last 5 living sisters at the time, refused to sell to Perry. Holzman had researched the celebrity buyer and found a video of Perry joking about selling her soul to the devil in exchange for success. I don't think that was a joke.
No, I don't either. They seriously believe that stuff. Like a lot of people still think that it's like just a conspiracy or a joke. Like they really believe that. Like you don't have to. They do.
They do.
Like they do this shit for a reason. Like I don't know what works and what doesn't, but I know that they believe it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just one of the many reasons why I wanted to get the fuck out of there because they're weird, dude. They are weird.
Even
Like-
mentioning that she would sell her soul to Satan is against our principles and beliefs. Holzman told Billboard in 2015, Katy Perry represents everything we don't believe in. It would be a sin to sell to her. Callanan was similarly displeased by the idea of Perry living in the former home. She told the LA Times she was particularly unimpressed with Perry's performance of Teenage Dream at the 2015 Super Bowl halftime show. Well, I found Katy Perry and I found her videos, and if it's all right to say, I wasn't happy with any of it, Callanan said. At the request of the Archbishop, Holzman and Callanan met with Perry in May of 2015. Yeah, they just wanted the money. In an attempt to win them over, Perry reportedly sang the gospel song, Oh Happy Day, and showed the nuns her tattoo of the word Jesus on her
Oh
wrist.
my God.
That's
What?
so lame. She was nice, Holzman told Billboard. She told us why she wanted the property and then sang a song and then left.
She has a song, You're So Gay, too.
Before Perry could complete the sale, the nuns sold the convent to someone else. Ooh. Acting under the belief that they alone own the convent, the sisters quickly sold the estate to restaurateur and developer Dana Hollister. Hollister made her offer directly to the nuns, $15.5 million and $100,000 in cash up front. They accepted without ever meeting her and immediately turned over the deed. Yeah, they really didn't want to give it to somebody who sold their soul to the devil.
Mhm.
She moved in shortly after, intending to turn the property into a boutique hotel. The sisters told the New York Times that Hollister's offer was partly preferable because she agreed to keep the property open to the public. What I'm doing is really pure, Hollister told Billboard. I don't give a shit about the money. I met these sisters and I realized if I don't help, who is going to? Wow. The Archdiocese and Perry both sued Hollister. The sisters have been taken advantage of by the Hollister transaction, the Archdiocese claimed in the 2015 statement.
Wow.
In July 2015, after mere months after Hollister bought the convent, a judge invalidated her purchase. He also ruled that Hollister could continue to live there as long as she paid the sisters $25,000 a month in rent while the lawsuits were pending. Perry also sued the restaurateur for interfering in her purchase. According to the court docs filed in September 2015, Perry's team claimed that Hollister took advantage of the elderly, vulnerable nuns, who she malevolently convinced to oppose the Roman Catholic Church. It's interesting that she has all this girl power and she's running over a woman and 5 nuns. Hollister told Billboard of Perry, "We're going to Rome. We're not quitting now. We're just getting warmed up."
Wow, you're gonna have some shit karma, bitch. I mean, she kind of does now. Like she's literally losing her fucking mind.
She is. Perry won the right to purchase the convent in 2017, but still needed the Vatican's approval. Wow.
I would not want to live in a house where you need the Vatican's approval.
No,
That just
that's too
sounds
much.
bad. Like, no thanks.
It's just too much. It's not worth it.
Mm-mm.
The Pope did not consent to the sale of the property to Hollister, and there was no written approval from the Holy See or the Archbishop.
Well, of course they're gonna side with Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Like, duh. I mean, she probably
Wow.
gave them money too. On
Any
the side.
sale of church property that exceeds $7.5 million
What a
in
piece of shit.
an archdiocese with more than 500K people requires a final approval from the Vatican.
Picking on nuns, bitch. Picking on nuns.
Just get something
Unbelievable.
else. One of the 9s died in a courtroom while supporting Hollister. Dang. So sad.
They know no bounds. They just it's so crazy to me that you would even do that because you know the public's gonna find out. And I'm surprised people didn't say anything before now. Like it's going around again, but before they must have really been working to get that taken off there.
The convent is currently back on the market, and this is as of
Oh, the bitch hardly lived in it.
2019. Yeah, it just seemed like she just wanted it.
Yeah, like you just did it because you wanted it, and they said no.
Mm-hmm.
Like a fucking
And she could.
toddler. And you didn't even live in it that long. Like what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Russell Hall, I'm sorry. Thank you for the 5, Russell. Since when do nuns profit from the sale of property by the church? They're nuns. They don't have money. Am I missing something here?
I think in this case, it said that they put their money in, the original nuns. I guess a lot of them died, but it said that they pooled their money to buy that to live in together.
Like 1,000,000 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's like normal. I'm not really sure how that works.
I don't
know how much the nuns do you think were using the swimming pool?
I don't think nuns swim. I don't know. I never seen a nun swim.
That's true. I've never seen a nun in a pool.
No, never.
I
They don't
can't
want-
be a nun, can I? I'm
You
too far off to
could.
do that,
You'd
man.
have to like maybe
No.
go to nun school. Let's
No
see.
Virgin Mary.
Let's see.
I mean, Whoopi Goldberg was, so probably could.
I don't
Let's
want to.
see. Maybe you
But I'll
can.
save a nun. I'll save my nuns. They like my
Maybe.
woman tied up.
All right, Scarlett. To become a nun, first you need to be a baptized Christian and a woman at least 18 years old. Are you baptized Christian?
I don't know what. Does that mean that the Lord threw the water on me?
Are you baptized in any
I was-
church?
I was under the waterfalls.
Okay. All right. So you're baptized.
I think I am with the holy waters.
Okay. You must be single, widowed, or have your marriage annulled.
I'm
If you
single.
You're single? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any dependent children?
Just the one tied up, but that's not a child. That's my wife.
Okay, so none. You
Wait, but I'm
all right,
not
so
married.
far you can be a nun. This is
Yay!
okay,
I
number
don't want to
1,
be.
you have to pray and reflect on your spiritual life to discern if becoming a nun is the best path for you. Number 2, you have to speak to a trusted family member, friend, or spiritual mentor for advice. Number 3, contact a vocation director from a religious community you are interested in to learn more about their process. Number 4, engage in retreats, live in experiences, and ministry visits to experience the life of a nun. Number 5, apply to become a pre-candidate or aspirant, where you will meet the community and begin to live with them. Number 6, transition into candidacy, which lasts for 2 years, focusing living in community, studying theology, and ministering alongside sisters. 7, enter the novitate phase, which can last 1 to 2 years, where you take temporary vows and deepen your understanding of the religious life. Number 8, after completing the novitate, you may take final vows, committing to a life of poverty, chastity, obedience, and service. Can you do that, Scarlett?
So yeah, so I'm a good listener. So the few things I got out of it is you need a deep understanding of theology. You need a really trusted parent. So I can call one of my dads, talk like a mentor. I have mentors. And then the other one I got.
Could you do the chastity part?
The chastity, is that like when you wear the chastity belt?
That's
like
no
the chastity?
sex, Scarlett.
Oh, well, no, that's abstinence. So I learned about that.
Okay. You can't
But
have sex.
chastity is
Scarlett.
when you have to wear something where you're caged. You have to put yourself in a cage.
Okay. Can you
You
do
can't
that?
bang, essentially. No fornicating anymore
None.
as a nun.
You can't. You have to be free from unlawful sexual intercourse, and you have to be celibate. You have to be celibate, Scarlett.
Well, I'll just start checking IDs.
I don't think you're serious about this. Russell Hall for 5. I'm sorry. Since when do nuns? Okay, we already did that one. Thank you, Russell. Russell for 2. Nuns have access to church money, but it's not theirs. Zato for 20. The movie Airplane, a nun was on a surfboard. That's true.
That's a great movie.
Russell for 2. Scarlett as a nun would be an amazing reality show. I agree.
I was an Amish woman, Amish wife, and I was pure. And it seemed.
I don't think it's the same. MK Solid for 2. Scarlett equals cute hitchhiker in a horror movie. Yes, I see that.
Hey, I can go out on the road right now. I bet I'll get picked up.
Don't do that. Coach Weekly says Scarlett prefers BBC.
Ew, what is that? I don't want to talk about that.
That means
like
no.
BBC Channel. Let's watch some British news.
Yeah, she's not
I
into
like
British
bands.
broadcasting.
Yeah. The Who is a good band.
No,
Rolling
Scarlett,
Stones.
don't do that.
I'm not going on the street. I'm not going out there. I do got to go to Quick Trip tonight, though.
Okay, let's see what's new with Joy Reid.
Oh, God. I thought she was fired.
Yeah, she's still
And
fired.
done.
She's still fired, trying to be relevant. Joy Reid exposes her hatred of whites again.
She needs a wig. You look like a monkey.
She does. She looks. Nobody looks great with
She
no
looks
hair.
like a monkey. Put a wig on.
If you take that away and try to distill us just down to white folks, we'll be like Europe, an aging, slowly dying former empire. The Roman Empire didn't survive because it didn't have enough strength in its diversity. It suppressed its diversity and it died. If the U.S. wants to be the Roman Empire, keep voting the way you're voting, y'all. Keep
She's
voting for people like
stupid.
each community.
I'm gonna
It's the
replay this.
opposite, you fucking idiot.
Just go to Greece. Just go to
I'm
Greece.
gonna replay this.
Each community on earth. If you take that away and try to distill us just down to white folks, we'll be like Europe, an aging, slowly dying former empire. The Roman Empire
She's
didn't
so
survive.
out of touch. Like,
Oh yeah, because Europe right now, all their
European
diversity
cities
is
and countries
fucking
are so
thriving.
inundated with illegals that they're not
Yeah.
even white anymore.
We can't change who we are. Can't unmake
Like,
that
yeah,
decision.
Europe's doing great, bitch. It's just all full of diversity. They're getting bombed, blown up, stabbed. It's like Muslim country.
Mm-hmm.
This is
It's too
great.
diverse.
Mm.
I don't get why this dude is so racist. The Roman Empire lasted for 700 years.
Yeah.
Alexander the Great's empire lasted 11 years. I don't know why people pick on the Romans. No, now show me any multicultural society that lasted longer than the Roman Empire. There's plenty of homogenous places that lasted longer, and the ones full of white people managed to preserve their own history while doing it. The lesbian Cisco embarrassing herself yet again.
I'm pretty sure the Roman Empire started falling because they started letting in diverse people.
She's so down to wipe out the whites. Whomever gives her another mic and puts her in front of camera spewing nonsense she has no idea about is an idiot. She better stay unemployed. Rome was already extremely diverse. It fell because of liberal policies like endless welfare, open borders, and mass citizenship without loyalty. Combine this with a lot of corruption, it rotted from the inside out. If
I
hemorrhoids
love
had
when
a
they say
face.
this, and white people literally run almost everything in society to make it function. So you get rid of all the white people. I would just love to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Like white men paid for her life. Old white men.
True.
That's who she works for. Like
All
are
those
you
legacy
serious?
news people are all old white dudes.
Yeah. All of it. Like I would love to see society with no white people. Let's see how that goes.
It's true. Nothing would get done.
Nothing.
Junior,
It's just a fact.
diversity is our greatest problem. Thank you, Junior.
That's I ask them all the time, and I get so much hate because I keep saying this shit. Oh, white this. Let's get rid of the white people, and I'm like, great. Okay, what does this fucking look like exactly? Like, what is your utopia? You get rid of the white people, then what? Like, do you not realize
mud huts?
Like
is
what
what we're left with.
happens? Like
Yeah.
they run like everything that keeps society functioning. So they don't ever have an answer. I'm like, what exactly are you striving for? What does this look
They
like?
want to keep everything the way it is, but they just want white people eliminated. They don't
Yeah,
actually
and
want
that
to
ain't ever
see
gonna work, 'cause no
what
one's gonna do
society
that
looks
shit.
like without white people. Yeah. It's a fantasy. There is no world where
Yeah, I know.
you have
Like, I'm
everything
sick of
that's
this
good
shit.
without white people.
It's not even racist, dude. Like
No.
everyone contributes a piece, and like without white people, it's not going to be the same. Like I just don't understand. They don't ever answer or have solutions either. Like what does this look like? Like what are you all striving for exactly here? They don't know.
Black's only invention is air conditioning, fridges, and peanut butter and super soakers, but those are toys.
Wait, a black person really invented air conditioning? I actually have no clue who invented air conditioning.
I think that's true. Let's see. Let's ask. You know who would know is Grok. Who
Oh, don't you like that song "Rock and Roll" by Patti Smith?
Did a black person invent air conditioning?
I mean, I don't know. It's it's not an appropriate song, but like I like the way it starts out, not the lyrics, but when she's
No,
like,
the invention of air conditioning is okay. Primarily credited to Willis Haviland Carrier, a white American engineer who designed the first modern air conditioning system in 1902. However,
Wow.
African American inventors made significant contributions to the development and advancement of HVAC.
Okay, well, that's something.
They contributed to HVAC. Okay. Good for them. How can anyone take this woman seriously? Joy Reid is racist. Yep.
oh no, Katy Perry had that song with Dahmer in it. Eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. So that's why she's not that great of,
It's true.
Cannibalism
Mark
is
Star for
right.
5. LeeAnn, calling Joyless Reid a monkey is racist.
No, she actually does look like one.
It has
probably
nothing
vegan.
to do with
That's
race. It just has to do with her bald head.
Yeah, it look
Don't eat
that's
cheese.
just I know plenty of black people that don't look like monkeys at all.
Let's fly them all to Wisconsin.
Like at all.
And,
She, on the other hand,
they're gonna take me over there.
She does have a Curious George-esque look to her.
I'm thinking more like King Kong.
I
Curious
like
George is cute.
I like
Like-
Godzilla better.
Thank you for the 10, Dan. Quick trip, Deaf, Wisconsin.
Godzilla is Godzilla versus King Kong. I watched that movie the first time summer. I'm like, damn, it's like Harry Potter, the second one with the basilisk. where that snake.
Yeah, I
came
like
out,
those
She
movies.
blinded it. It's like you gotta poke out the eyes of a snake. I'm
Russell
actually very
Hall for 5.
humanitarian.
People like Joy Reid pick
Those
on the
animals.
Romans because they've never heard of Alexander the Great, but they've been to Olive Garden lots of times. Thank you, Russell.
That's a lot of carbs.
It is a lot of carbs.
That's Italian.
It is, especially when you have unlimited breadsticks. Okay, let me pull this up.
Let's eat some Greek food once in a while. It's so
I should
good.
have brought this up when we were talking about Katy Perry. She is satanic. I like almost don't even want to watch this. Would you pay to attend a Katy Perry concert? So this is her in Katy
Oh,
Perry
this is the
performed
cringy thing I thought you were
ET
gonna
at
show.
opening night in Mexico City.
It's so bad.
She's a lightsaber. Oh, this is so
I don't
stupid.
know.
That's the guy. That's a guy. How's
There's
that
a
guy?
different clip. It's worse.
Looks like Star Trek.
Star
Oh my
Trek?
goodness.
Yes, isn't it Star Trek or Star
Star
Wars?
Wars?
Star Wars, yeah.
Oh my god, with a ninja. This is so bad.
I can't believe people pay to go to shit like this.
That's a long lightsaber.
This is so awful.
Oh
It's
my
way too
God.
long.
Like I'd rather just see her dancing in
Yeah.
with a bunch of costume changes.
Yeah, just sing. Stand
I don't
there.
like it. It's scaring me.
Oh god. This is
Oh my
awful.
God.
It reminds me of that, like where they're like in medieval times where they're running at each other with those big long things. Where
Oh,
they,
yeah, this is worse.
like when they're like tons of people and they're on horses and then they try to knock the guys off when they're wearing the masks and they're the knights.
I
jousting.
love medieval times.
Me too.
Yeah, the knights do that game where they try to knock each other off the
Not
horses.
her though.
And then they kill them though. They kill them though.
They don't actually kill them.
There's like a clip of her dancing though. It is so bad. She's not dancing. I don't know what it's so bad. I'm like, who the fuck is paying to go to this? Like
She should
seriously,
become a
no.
blonde. That's how bad she is.
Stop.
She needs to be. I'm gonna go bleach her hair. She doesn't deserve.
Wow, she's
to
at
be blonde now.
doing shows in Vegas. There's pictures of the seating chart where
She had like a green
barely
outfit
sold any
on or
tickets.
something. I don't know. It
Chrissy, David Lee Roth's playing May 2nd and May 3rd in Columbia, Maryland.
Are you gonna go?
I know
see
we
him?
talked about Van Halen one time about David Lee Roth. He's actually starting to play again. He's just these 2 concerts.
Ooh, are you gonna go see him?
I mean, I'll fly there.
Ooh, I saw Van Halen
Maryland's
once.
out by you by New York, so it's like
I
not
saw
that
them
far.
exactly one time, and who did I bump into? What the hell's her name? I don't know. She's famous and she had a cooking show.
Martha Stewart?
No, she's younger, brunette.
Oh, that I know what you're talking about. She had like a. Did she have an
Rachel
illness?
Ray.
Yes, I
Oh,
bumped
it
into
is?
Rachel
Okay.
Ray at a Van Halen show in the early aughts
Mm.
at Madison Square Garden. It was a hoot.
I like Van Halen.
James Mack, Mayhem Bear for 2. Alexander the Great was Macedonian, Russell. God. Viking for 2. Katy Perry needs Bonk. Aaron Bonk. He would liven up a Katy Perry show. Aaron Bonk is this guy who performs at the Renaissance Fair, and he's like very egotistical and into S&M, and he juggles whips and things on fire and chainsaws and whatnot. But he's too pompous and arrogant.
Does he go to all of them or just the one?
Yes, all of them. Like
because I
he
go
has-
to the one in PA. I wonder if I've ever seen him.
Bonk, I think, is a residency at the Ren Fair in Tuxedo, New York. I've seen him there every time I've gone. Too much
I don't know
Bonk.
if he's here. I'll have to look and see.
20 boozy bop booty bop.
Oh, word.
And Bonk is bisexual, obviously, which is just code for gay. Okay. Were you guys following JoJo Siwa at all? She was on this reality show where Mickey Rourke just
I
said
like
the word-
Mickey Rourke.
He said the word fag and she had an absolute meltdown, and turns out she ended up becoming straight again because of
Oh
it.
yeah, I did see that part.
Wow. Well, he did a good job.
Yeah, he cured her of gayness.
I like
JoJo
Mickey Rourke.
He's great. he was in this British Big Brother show.
He
JoJo
got
Siwa
kicked out. He didn't even say anything bad. Like,
I liked him in Spun because he just blows himself up. in the
JoJo
trailers.
Siwa's heartbroken ex Kath Ebbs
Martyr.
likes cryptic comment about Dance Mom star falling in love with Chris Hughes on Celebrity Big Brother. JoJo Siwa's heartbroken ex-girlfriend Kath Ebbs, that's not even a name, has acknowledged that the star fell in love with Chris Hughes. What did I say? She couldn't get enough of sniffing at his armpit. During their time together on Celebrity Big Brother, viewers watched as the 21-year-old got close to Chris, 32, on the most recent series of the ITV show, with many left questioning their flirty friendship on social media. An Aussie influencer, Kath, 28, who uses they, them. She's a they, them. Announced the pair are no longer together after JoJo dumped her at the show's after party. In a bombshell social media post on Saturday, JoJo had been in the house for 19 days and finished the show in third place. After drag, hold on, am I hearing something? Okay. After drag, I feel like I'm hearing something. Okay. JoJo had been in the house for 19 days and finished the show in third place after Drag Race UK star Danny Beard. I didn't know people finished in places on this show. Danny Beard finished in second, and Coronation Street's Jack P. Shepard was crowned the winner. After revealing she had been brutally ditched by JoJo, Kath has now cryptically suggested that her former partner had fallen in love in real time on television. A fan of Kath posted a video discussing their breakup, saying, "Imagine watching your partner fall in love with someone else in real time." Womp womp. It's because she wasn't really gay.
No.
Well, Mickey Rourke is like a hero. He was in Barfly, like the Charles Bukowski movie.
He is a hero.
Yeah,
And look at him. Look at this. He's adorable. Why
he got
wouldn't
his
you
face
go for
beat
him?
up, and that's why they're like mean to him because it's plastic surgery. But that's because he was a wrestler or a fighter, right? He got hit in the face.
so.
He had reconstruction surgeries.
Kath liked the comment suggesting they felt the same. Meanwhile, the pair, who insisted their friendship is purely platonic, raised eyebrows among their fellow housemates and the viewing public over their closeness after JoJo revealed she no longer identifies as lesbian. In the CBB house, Kath shared a cryptic post seemingly aimed at her admission. Kath, who is a they, them, shared a picture of two women in protest holding a sign which read, "A day without lesbians is a day without sunshine." Yeah, spare me. JoJo confided in Danny about her sexuality. Following her flirty relationship with the co-star, she said, "I feel so queer. I think I've always told myself I'm a lesbian. I think you are. I think being here, I've realized I'm not a lesbian. I'm queer." Yeah, right. You're straight, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we
and
all
I think-
tell ourselves with that.
And I think that's really cool. I'm switching letters. I've dropped the L and I've gone for the Q, baby. And that's what I love about sexuality. Oh, God. Fans are convinced the singer will now embark on a romance with Chris after dramatically dumping her partner, Kath. You're not a Q. You are an S.
Q doesn't exist. That's not real.
Q, it just means you want attention.
Story goes right now.
I don't like that.
In the last 8 hours or whatever, I flew here and I went to the live show to show up for my partner and support them in their experience, and then obviously later on address my feelings of like hurt and like work through them like all relationships do. But before I could even get back to the hotel, it's actually crazy. Went to the after party with my, I guess now ex, crazy thing to say, and was dumped in the party. I was told that there are confused feelings there. Do with that what you will, and that they had realized in the house that I wasn't the person that they wanted to spend the foreseeable. And I went to the
Sucks for you.
I thought that dude was gay though. That she was talking about. I guess not. I don't.
I'm trying to understand sexuality.
We have Mickey Rourke to thank for all this. Let me get to a cool. That's Joy Reid. Oh my God! In the flesh, LeeAnn. Who are you calling in a gorilla?
You. I really wish it was her.
Russell Hall. I'm sorry. When did Bonk admit to being bi? I think he said it on his profile. Karam smites you. Hey, ladies, I benched 300 pounds once. Wow, that's very impressive. Joining us. Oh my goodness. She's here. She's here. It's Ashton.
Hi.
She's muted. You're doing a great job, Ashton.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work. Okay.
We saw her doing a scene last time.
Why is it
Hi, Ashton.
muted? My mic does that shit too, man. It's so annoying.
She even if she's not speaking, she's still beautiful and nice to look at. The boobs are on point. What? Yeah, maybe you are having internet problems because you're in like you're pixelated, I think. Oh, I agree. Yes, JoJo turned gay because it was a fad. I agree. She was going through something. Okay.
Because queer doesn't exist, I don't think. I don't think that's like a real thing.
No.
I don't even know what that means.
So
like you're just a
asexual is,
human.
like, personality driven, right?
If someone's asexual, it's because there's probably some trauma in their life.
But I don't know, because there was a Russian girl and she liked me. I never had a sense of sexuality. I'm drawn to men, but men and motorcycles and manuals and rock music.
So you're straight, Scarlett.
I mean, I got teased though as a kid for playing with dinosaurs on the school bus.
That's gonna happen.
Both.
They're like,
I've
you
always
should play
liked
with
both.
Barbies. Only boys play with dinosaurs. And I got teased.
Crazy. They would have given you pronouns if that happens today.
I mean, I never wore makeup. I had hairy legs. My legs were called
That's what you're
grandpa
supposed to. When you're a kid, you're not supposed to shave your legs.
I would hope you have hairy legs as a kid. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Except you sound a little bit like Britney Spears.
Now.
I'm
not those
so
hippie.
glad
I'm no
we're
hippie.
talking about this JoJo thing. I think JoJo is definitely attracted to women on some level. I'm not more. I don't really care about like what her sexuality is. I mean, she's young enough to change like the wind. I feel like, or everyone's kind of figuring out who they are at that age. What bothers me is that she had this full on, like she cheated on her partner on live television.
Very
That's
publicly.
humiliating
This
for them.
guy who is like what? Like how stupid can you be to do that?
I mean, it just shows that you don't care at all for the person.
She embarrassed the
like,
shit out of her.
Yeah.
And JoJo just seems like the kind of person who has no. And here's the thing: JoJo's young. I definitely think she has some sort of childhood trauma, given that she was in the spotlight very early on.
She had a line of bows, I learned, I think last SimpCast.
She was a big deal for kids. She was on dancing. She was on Dance Moms. She was one of the biggest things that came out of Dance Moms. But I feel like if you look into her history, her mom was very big on trying to make this girl famous.
Oh, she was a stage mom.
She's a stage had a stage mom, and so like I just feel like there's definitely something going on there with JoJo where it's like it's a matter of like she's really figuring herself out.
She's rebelling against her mom by saying she's lesbian.
I don't think she's rebelling. I think she has no idea of who she is, and it's unfortunate that a lot of her. I feel like she's figuring out who she is, but isn't aware or doesn't seem to understand how her actions affect the other people around her. So yeah, she has the right to figure herself out. I'm seeing a lot of comments saying, well, JoJo's an age where she has to figure herself out. And it's like, right, but she's also like embarrassing people and hurting people publicly.
Right. And with no regard for anyone's feelings.
Right. And I was young once and made stupid decisions, and I can kind of, but that doesn't make it okay, I just feel like, especially this young generation where like everything is about getting attention. Attention is the new currency.
JoJo is the victim of a white liberal mother. Yeah, good point.
I don't think JoJo's mom was a liberal, actually.
Or white.
No, she's white.
She's Asian.
Just,
That's a good connection. Yeah, who knows? Maybe she's autistic and she lacks whatever thing.
I don't think it's autism. I think she hasn't had enough experience to figure herself out. When most people kind of learn who they are earlier on as a teenager, she didn't get that ability to do so. And so now she's kind of doing this whole thing of like, I need to find out who I am. But she's also in such a space where everything has been about her entire life. She doesn't regard how it affects other people and what she does affects other people.
Yeah, the clips I seen, she gave no fucks about her partner. You wouldn't even think she had anyone. Like, she's single, just doing whatever. I was like, that's fucked up, man. That girl's gonna see that shit. Like, just be single. Then you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to hurt anyone.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely at the age. I'm personally I favor the idea that anyone before the age of 25 is incredibly narcissistic and full of themselves, and very selfish. So there is that. She is very young, but I still feel like I feel like she still needs to learn, because you can't think of a better human unless you learn from your bad behaviors, kind of thing.
It's just unfortunate it was like on national TV, and then her partner had to see it and be embarrassed.
Yeah, that's awful.
JoJo Siwa's mother is Jesselyn Siwa. She's a former dance teacher and studio owner from Omaha, Nebraska, where she ran Just Dance Co. for about 20 years until it closed in 2016. Jesselyn appeared alongside her daughter on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition and Dance Mom seasons 5 and 6, gaining recognition as a supportive yet polarizing figure due to her assertive momager style. She has been instrumental in managing JoJo's career, from crafting her signature oversized bows to co-producing projects like Siwa's Dance Pop Revolution and the girl group XOMG Pop. Jesselyn also hosts a podcast and YouTube channel called Success with Jess. She's married to Tom Siwa, a former chiropractor, and has 2 children, JoJo and Jaden. Despite criticism for being a stage mom and allegations of intense management tactics, JoJo has consistently described their relationship as close, crediting Jesselyn for protecting her from industry pitfalls. Is JoJo Siwa actually a lesbian?
I
Rock
think
will
she's
tell
still
us.
figuring it out. I think she could be bi, because you don't get a full-on relationship with another woman unless you actually have some attraction to women. It's a lot different than just kissing a girl at a party when you're drunk, or kissing a girl at a bar when you're drunk. Because she was actively in a romantic relationship, so I think she's bi. At least.
That's a lot of writing for asking if someone's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a
It's
code.
a novel. Like,
You
just
don't know
answer
21.
yeah or no.
I feel like you don't know who you are or what you like most of the time at 21.
She's straight. She's just trying to be interesting. In
I don't
10
think you
years,
could be straight and eat box.
yeah, she's straight and maybe dabbles in boxing.
No, you cannot be straight and eat box, Chrissy.
Yeah, people have done it. People do it for attention.
I know girls that are not
porn
bi.
stars, Ashton.
Porn stars.
They'll like touch titties and kiss girls, but they ain't gonna eat them out. Nah.
What are you talking?
Like girls that like are bi.
I mean, how did I get that?
I think she's
I had to have some thigh shots for some
Scarlett,
stuff I got in my throat
in the
from
adult
some women.
industry, are there straight women who eat box and do
hold
things to other
on.
women?
Yes, but JoJo Siwa's
Oh my
not a
God.
porn star. She's
Yeah,
the first
she's not a
nominated
porn.
scene. They hated me because I had a spray tan.
That's
and
like
it came off on
acting.
the other girl, but she drove me home. But she actually wasn't straight. But I didn't know what I was because I never date.
Okay,
then
but
I
Scarlett,
thought I
answer the
maybe-
question. Are there straight women in the adult industry
Oh yeah,
doing
oh, yeah.
things
You
to
know
other
what?
women?
Yeah, I like
aware
women.
of this.
Oh yeah, I love women. But here's the thing: they won't put me with women. They don't trust me.
Why don't they trust you?
I don't know. Like I have to attack what I have in front of me, and when I attack it, then they're like, "This will sell."
Sounds like you're doing a
Wait,
great job.
Scarlett, can you answer the question though? What Chrissy
Women,
just asked
I wish
you?
women would attack me, but they attack me verbally. Maybe I don't know.
We're not big on answering questions.
I love women. I'm trying to answer
Frit-
it. I'm trying. I'm just dumb.
Frit says, I miss Honey Boo Boo. I do too, Frit.
I like Honey Boo Boo.
She has like a documentary coming out.
Well, I watch that kind of stuff on that TLC where it's like My Strange Addictions. I'm like, damn, I have half of these.
Andrew Thomas
Wait,
for
where
5.
did
Here's
the
another super
conversation
chat for
go?
Ashton being both late and hot. Thank you, Andrew.
She
Viking-
is hot.
Viking for 2. Women can like fish too. It's true. Thank you,
Damn.
Viking.
I
Oh my
love
gosh.
fish.
Okay.
I
okay.
ate tuna today.
You did?
I don't eat it in public though. I don't.
You don't
wanna-
eat tuna in public?
You gotta make sure rinse out the bag. I was always told if you eat like a bag of tuna with a spoon, start eating it again because I need mercury in my diet because I want to go to space. And And I'm not pregnant, so I can
You
eat
should
much.
be part of the second Blue Origin.
Goddamn,
Russell
send me
Hall.
on some plane, Elon. Let's go.
Russell Hall for 5. LeeAnn, did you not tell a story about the time you licked another girl's ass on stage because you thought it was her pussy under the whipped cream?
I think I did tell it, but not too many times. But I did. I was drunk and I put whipped cream all over my friend, who I also used to fuck as well. But I was drunk, and we had whipped cream all over each other for this party, and I accidentally licked her butthole. I mean, there was just whipped cream everywhere.
It wasn't an
so
accident. Come on now.
I couldn't really tell what was going
Well, I mean,
on.
some
when I was
people are
drunk.
kind of close, you know.
I still don't think that's the same
So,
thing
you know.
as JoJo Siwa being in a full relationship with another woman. Like,
Yeah,
I
and that,
don't know. Some people do it in my industry, corn, I guess they want to call it now, like, because you know it's food related.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I say like you know, in the corn industry, I started out doing the GG stuff, and that's what they signed me up for. And then all of a sudden one day it's like, hey, but you can like I don't know.
like, hey, you want this big dick in your butthole? You'll make more money.
That was my decision
Like,
in the
no.
end. But no, then you only want certain big Richard Nixon's.
So are there any people you won't work with, Scarlett, or any types you won't work with?
Black.
I actually I like really respectful, great performers.
Uncircumcised.
The ones that I don't no, you know, it's fine. I actually got like, so I had a post that someone's like, how can a MAGA supporter work with a black guy and do black scenes? And then they posted a picture of a KKK member. So I actually did report it just because I had
That's
family
so
members on my
weird.
mom's side in the KKK. And like my mom,
You know somebody in the KKK?
where did this conversation
because
go?
like
I thought
she had like people get like, if you go in the South, walk up a driveway.
You
you're
got
gonna get
connections,
shot.
Scarlett?
Well, I guess it's in my family too, but I
what
also got
happened
John
to talk
Adams.
about JoJo Siwa?
How?
Related to
John
KKK?
Adams.
I don't know. We're all over the place.
John
Yeah, I have
Adams,
no
our
clue.
presidential blood. I can
Wait,
donate.
Scarlett, someone in your family's in the KKK, like a distant relative?
See, I have the two sides. My dad's side is like World War II hero, you know, bringing swords back from like a Nazi body, and like John Adams and
Hold
models
on.
and
We
hot,
went from
sexy
talking
people.
about JoJo Siwa,
We
if
don't know how to
JoJo
use
Siwa was
telephones
a
on that.
lesbian, to talking about Scarlett's
yeah.
lineage to Nazis
Well,
and
the first
KKK.
woman that touched me was Russian.
Wait.
And she wanted a green card. So I said, okay,
I'm going to
sit
put you up
down.
here, Ashton, so you can wrangle better.
I
Okay.
was the 40-year-old whatever V word in college. And I actually liked her, but I liked hanging out with her because she would just be quiet and she would just like look
Wait,
at
now
me.
we're talking about lesbianism again. Okay.
She would just jump at me. She would jump at me. That's why I try to wear makeup and hide myself.
Scarlett, we're trying to organize your
I like
stories
women.
here a
I
little
like
bit.
women. That's why. I don't know. Am I gay or what? I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think you're gay. You have a boyfriend.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a boyfriend. I have friends and mentors and one biological dad
Okay.
and a son and a wife.
I thought you said you don't have kids, Scarlett.
Son is more like some guys want to just crash here sometimes. I mean, that happened in college too. And it's so cute. It's like, why do they trust me? I'm like, this is a liability. So I locked the door. Oh my God, I got to get him water. He needs
Joy
water.
Reed says, LeeAnn, I have a can of whipped cream too.
Nah, I'm good. I'll pass on that.
LeeAnn's butthole licking days are behind her.
No blacks.
LeeAnn,
Like, I'm just kidding.
I'm not kidding. LeeAnn has to bounce.
I do.
You're the absolute best. I miss you so much. LeeAnn, tell people what's coming up, what you're working on, where they can follow
I'm just
you.
streaming. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption right now.
Ooh, let's play together.
It's good. It's a good game. Other than that, nothing else online related, really. Just making racist videos. So
you're pretty.
Thanks, but
Well,
I'll
maybe
come
that's
back
about
anytime. Just let me
lesbians.
know
Now
so I
we
can like
can do
plan
it.
it to be free.
Okay.
See, none of you
on
guys
a
told me to
day.
brush my hair. See?
Nicholas Scarlett, can you not stay focused? No, she can't.
I got too many bruises. I got a hickey. See, this
All
is my
right.
defense. I don't know if I even have one. I asked someone. I'm like, give me it. Well, it's
Okay.
I don't know my boyfriend.
LeeAnn has
I
to
like
go.
them.
I will. I'll text you though.
You're the best. Thank you,
And
LeeAnn.
bye, everyone. Have a good night. Don't
Love
touch
you,
yourself.
sweetie.
Jesus is looking.
Don't touch yourself. Jesus is
Okay.
looking. What a
God
perfect
darn
man.
it. Jesus, get in my room here
Now
right
it's
now.
just me and Scarlett. Oh God.
Okay, yeah.
Scarlett.
Hi, Chrissy. I love you.
Okay.
You're awesome.
I love you too.
You make me laugh.
Let's see. What's going on? You're in Wisconsin right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we had the NFL draft here. We had a judge arrested this week. Kash Patel is just boasting about our Wisconsin woman judge, Heather.
What do you think about Kash Patel?
Yeah. I don't know. I stopped watching the news for a little while. I had to take a little break. I got
It's
too
probably for
into
the
it.
best. I don't really watch
think-
the news.
I think I wanted to just oh yeah, I did get a death threat. That's when I stopped. I had a Trump hat in my car and someone wrote a sticky note. It's in my car. I kept it.
Someone put a death threat on a sticky note?
Oh my God, I'll bring it next time.
On
we
your
talk.
car?
It's in my car right now outside, and it said they put
You
it on my
kept
car
it?
when I went into the Quick Trip. I came outside and there was a pink note on my car. I have a Trump hat in my car where it's visible, and it's
Mhm.
right beside a note that says, "Invest in America, buy a politician or buy a congressman." Yeah, because it's like, damn, I'll buy a congressman. Come on, let's go to dinner. Buy me, I'll buy you back.
What did this death
People.
threat on a sticky note say?
Okay, so it said Trump will cut. So it was, I think it was illegible. It took me a little while to read it, but when I read it, I still wasn't offended. I'm like, this is cool. Please adopt me. It said Trump will cut off your fingers in the White House basement one by one.
Wow.
The fact that it's like one by one, but they didn't spell it right. Like, I didn't know if it's kid. Like, if I had to write it, it was a one, not like the word one. And then just bi, like bisexual, by one.
So
And
the
it was all
grammar and the
word,
spelling
one by
were not
one in the
good.
basement of the White House. I'm like, damn, let's go.
Okay,
Start
so
with
it was
fingernails, and then we'll go from there.
A strange threat.
Well, yeah, it was strange. It was kind of weird because they put it on my sob, and I protect my
Ashton's
girl.
here.
My sob's my woman.
Oh,
So
Ashton, just to bring you up to date, Scarlett is regaling us with the time she got a death threat on a sticky note.
What happened to Nazi Germany and Joe
my
Siwa
car's
being
outside.
lesbian?
I don't know either. We're all
It's
over
a
the
pink
place.
sticky note, of all things pink, and the word "bi" was on it. B-I.
Okay, Scarlett. So someone in your family is in the KKK.
Yeah, on my mom's side, but they robbed Walmart, I guess.
What?
My mom didn't let us talk to them after like that. But I grew up with them, and yeah, they weren't.
Are they? What is this? A cousin? An uncle?
It was a sense of, well, he was the son of one of my aunts. That is my mom's aunt. So
okay,
it's very confusing
Did
how
you
my
see them
family
in
works.
their
but
in
I
a
think it's all
hood? How did you
connected
know they
somehow.
were?
It has to
How did you know they were KKK?
So my mom told me, and see, my mom ran away from them. And my mom did have a black boyfriend at one time when she was a lot younger. And then he almost gotten shot when she went home.
Well, because
and then
she's in the KKK.
she moved to Medellin and she was living in Bogota, doing all this random stuff. My mom, I don't know, working for the guy that created the atomic bomb. Who is my mom? She won't tell me.
Scarlett, did this person in the KKK, did they have the whole outfit? How did you know they were?
Oh yeah. So that's why I had to report that, just because it kind of scared me, because
wait, you saw them in their getup?
What I walk into?
They don't do it like that anymore. They have their meetings. It's like a club.
They don't
kind
have
of like
the
a
outfits?
motorcycle, but they won't call it a club, not a gang. So it's a club. It's like a club. So they have a moral code they follow, and they have certain things they will and won't do. And then they'll beat people if they don't follow the rules.
What are the rules?
I mean, everybody has a different code. I mean,
do you know any of the rules?
I have to do some more research in the different areas, but it's still not. You learn as you find out.
Okay, it's different for each group.
They protect women, though. I love that.
That's good.
How did this even
Yeah.
come up in
Women are good.
conversation?
If you're a woman, you're good. You're the backpack. They call it backpacks.
So the KKK people, they're actually pro-woman.
I'm a body shape.
They stand up for women. That's nice.
Well, no, not the KKK. I was talking about the motorcycle guys.
Okay,
no,
let's
the
stay
KKK
focused on
ones-
the KKK.
It's the third. It's kind of like the X to the third. It's like we're related.
Scarlett is low-key in a motorcycle gang.
No, I'm not. Women can't join, but we can be backpacks.
Okay, she's a backpack in a motorcycle gang.
Like a mule? Like to
No.
carry the stuff for them? Like you have to carry the clothes for them?
She's a mule.
Like
Well,
you do the
I
laundry,
don't
the
want
one
to
who
fall off.
washes the white clothes.
I almost
I'm
make
so
them crash.
confused.
So the mule, like, yeah, that's a big responsibility. Whew. I mean, I was scared of life.
Let's
My
try to
life
stay
was that-
focused here. So
Okay,
Scarlett has a member of your family in the KKK.
At least, no, like a whole side of the family.
Okay, your mother's side is KKK.
Like, not her dad, because her dad was a Royce car driver.
Okay.
And then they were very religious and like Baptist and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
And my mom kind of got away and paid her way through school. And that's
Where
why
did she
tried
grow
to-
up? Where is she from?
North Carolina, like the deep
Okay.
South, really rural South. Like she had a really hard childhood. And that's why she really didn't like what I ended up doing and being part of. But we get along
Okay.
really well now. And she's really
That's
smart.
good.
I respect her. But she, I understand her though, because she grew up with like family that, you know, they were all getting, like, her cat was shot just because it jumped on her dad's car. Like, it
Your
shot.
mom's whole side is KKK.
He killed her cat just to prove a point in front of her. Like, he tried to shoot her boyfriend. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying
But
to-
but
I'm trying to,
her like cousin,
paint a picture.
her cousin,
Okay.
there's KKK even deeper south. Where like you're not even, if you go up in their driveway in your family, you might even get a gun pulled on you because you don't know what, there's no laws out there. Deep
Okay.
south. It's like a horror movie.
So you didn't see anybody wearing like a white hood or a white outfit?
Nah, not like they don't do it like
They
that.
don't do that. Nobody owns hoods anymore.
I mean, we all can go and buy like some white sheet and pretend we're a
That's true.
ghost, but like that's why I was afflicted with it though, because
It's too obvious,
the
I
hatred is
guess.
like there is like a code of a wanting to hurt people, no matter who they are, and I kind of judge. I don't judge people by that. I see people as people in front of me, so that's why I'm glad my mom kind of didn't like. I mean, they were nice people when I met them, but then I didn't realize that as a kid, you know.
Yeah.
That's why like they hated Obama and they.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. It's regarding history because wasn't the KKK uniform originally based on the outfits they wear in Italy? I'm not sure when it is. It's like during some Catholic proceeding. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not that familiar with like.
Let's ask Grok.
I just know they end up meeting up. Like they meet up and they do have meetings and things. It's kind of like a club kind of, but it's actually goes deeper than that. It runs in that kind of, like my mom had a Southern Confederate flag, but she never said the Confederate flag meant that was racism or anything, because that was her Southern heritage. Like that was her roots. But I mean, she's a Native American attorney. Like
Pepperoni.
She spent her life standing up for minorities and things like that. So
wait, so have you ever actually encountered the KKK or just your mom's experience?
no, I met these cousins that are part of it. It's just went to North Carolina a lot as a child, and then my dad was scared of airplanes because he was more like the one that didn't know how to use a phone. He was like the 40-year-old virgin.
Wait, where the fuck did airplanes come from? Why was he scared of airplanes?
He was scared of airplanes.
Why?
He didn't know how to use phones. You know, he grew up like with a lot of children, like in his family, like a lot of kids, and they worked on a farm. He was the youngest, so it's like Bates Motel. Like, you know how she wanted the kid, like the mom and the son, like.
Oh, you mean that shitty show that tried to cop off Psycho?
American
but was
Psycho, like the
actually
original Psycho, though. Yeah, the
They
original.
tried to modernize
Yeah,
it
Alfred
with
Hitchcock.
Freddie Highmore in it. Yeah, fuck that show. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so then when my mom met my dad, there was just a war. And then my mom took him away. It was good for a while, but she didn't let him be a conservative. So then my dad is the one that signed my ballot, and then my mom didn't sign my ballot. And she said I make women look bad. So
Your
but no, we
mom
get
said that
along
you
now,
make
though. She
women
loves
look
me.
bad?
Oh yeah, well when I first got in the industry, it was very difficult. Like I was outed like by my family, but on my dad's side, they just say, "Oh, she's our Marilyn Monroe." That's what they would tell the kids. But on
Oh,
my mom's side, you disgusting. Like, you know, you're
Aw.
really disgusting me.
that's hard
you
to
know?
hear.
Yeah, it's hard to hear, you know, because I thought about the industry a lot. I mean, I was already like 21 and a half, almost 22. So I wasn't like an 18-year-old. I went to college for a few years. I had like 3 or 4 jobs.
What
You
did
know,
you
like
study in
I did a
college?
lot of different things that I couldn't find my way through. And I found my way through the industry, but that's why I don't like encourage it though, because I kind of learned the hard way. You know?
What did you study in college, Scarlett?
Oh, I was studying economics and environmental studies. I mean, I'd be digging through the dumpsters outside during move out season right now. That's how people say I'm crazy now. Well, God darn it. Maybe it saved me. I have a roof over my head. I don't have a conservatorship. I have a bank account. I mean, I have a good credit score. I have a really good credit
Crushing it.
Yeah.
I will say, as somebody who does the spicy site stuff, it really does bother me how much there's encouragement now from especially agencies. Now that I've experienced that whole realm of things,
This whole Lily Phillips stuff, I don't like that.
well, do you know what's her name? Piper.
Just trying to
she's
make
like
yourself famous off of.
She's like 17 years old. She's famous for doing like toy reviews and things like doing toy content. And this place called the Bop House, which they're all like in their 20s, they all purposely dress like children, are inviting her to their house and making jokes how as soon as she's 18, they're gonna make content with her. I'm like, isn't that grooming? Isn't that?
That's what they did with the Olsen twins. It was a countdown for waiting for them. Even like Howard Stern was talking about it. Everyone couldn't wait till they were 18.
It's weird.
It's
I mean,
creepy.
It's not even just the fact that she's not even 18. Personally, I think it's really scary that a lot of teenagers are saying, as soon as I'm 18, I'm gonna make an OnlyFans. Listen, the only reason I ever started an OnlyFans is because it was my last, it was a last resort thing. It was during COVID. Everything was locked down. Everyone was losing their jobs. Everything was falling apart. It was a last resort type of thing. And I still will not do pornography, but there's a lot of agencies out there that I'll do like nudes and lewds and stuff like that, like photography. But there's a lot of agencies out there that are going after girls, freshly starting 18, and like, hey kid, do you want to make some money? Like, we'll help get an Instagram page going for you.
They're predators.
And the thing is,
I don't trust OnlyFans.
As soon as you go into this industry, it doesn't matter if it's professional, like Scarlett, or even just like doing a OnlyFans. It could take away a lot of your opportunities. So they're basically encouraging these girls who don't know who they are as people yet to jump into this industry,
to pigeonhole themselves.
And pigeonhole themselves. It's disgusting. And a lot of the pressure is coming from these agencies who take like 30-40% of these girls' incomes just for running chatters that are based in the Philippines or India or Bangladesh or whatever. And there's a lot of young girls who are like, they'll do it for a year and they make no money off of it. And it's all because some agency messaged them on Instagram.
My agencies actually helped me. They saved me from like the sex traffickers. So I actually have nothing bad to say about my agencies I've worked with. You just have to know how to negotiate, and read the fine print. You have to read the
agency. It's these people running chatting agencies. It's not. So, for example, I have a manager who
Andrew
he's going to edit a lot of my videos.
So everything in porn, we're doing legal stuff.
I'm talking about the people who label themselves as agencies that are messaging people, faking to be some Instagram model with millions of views that they paid for. Like, hey girl, do you want to make a ton of money like me? You should sign up with my agency. I get messages from OF models with millions of followers on Instagram. I'm like, why is this girl who's way more famous messaging me? Oh, it's because her agent is using her Instagram to try to get someone like me to work with them. Okay, I could expose so much of this, honestly. But what I can handle myself. I'm almost 30.
It's an unlicensed agent.
Yeah,
unlicensed middleman.
It's when they go after the 18-year-old, 19-year-old girls, I think is absolutely.
I mean, they went after me when I was like 17. I had just pictures online, and then I had people, do you want to join this business, asking me to be agents? And I was like, no, I'm going to college. I'm a little innocent. I'm a virgin. Then they kept reaching out to me, the same agents, actually. Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I'm talking about the same agencies as you, Scarlett. I'm talking about the chatting agencies that are like, they basically heard.
Oh yeah, they want to take 1/3 from your account.
They're like, I'm gonna do it too, and they hire some dude in Bangladesh to do all the work for them for pennies on the dollar, and they take like 30 to 50% of the girl's income.
But I don't want to take a guy's income for giving these other people that are selling a lie to some guy that actually thinks that it's me. That's why I just don't want to do much OnlyFans. I don't do it. So if I'm active on there, it's just me on there, and I won't sell my identity. See, in porn, you actually don't sell your identity. They own the rights. You don't make anything from it except for the first check. But then they own that for life. But it doesn't bother me.
A public figure, you're basically selling your identity.
Yeah,
Like,
because you're
it doesn't
pigeonholing
matter.
yourself.
Here's the thing: it doesn't matter what I've done in the past or how I change or
I worked
if
for
my
free though
views
when I
change.
started, and I
People
ended
who
up on a
watch me
porn
are still
site
always going to have a
without my
perception of me
consent. So
based on
that's
the
how I got in the
marketing in the
industry.
past.
And I never went after that person. I would call them up today and they would drive here. They had no idea that what they did was wrong. And they were doing it to a lot of other girls, changing their names. There's a girl I know, she's a nurse, wanted to go in the health field. She's just a normal girl. She had an OF, right? So she shot some photos. He put them on his site, that he actually had a site. He owned it and he put them under different names. So some guy that was my friend showed me, do you know that you're on a XXX site? And this is like back in 2020. I just started OF. And then he's like, you won't get on the wall until you take 15 shots of Fireball. And then he took pictures of me and I woke up on the floor. And then those pictures were online. But he made money off of it. So I'm not upset with him. But I would stop him for sure if I could.
Maybe one day you can, Scarlett.
Yeah, I feel a sense of justice to that.
Crum smites you for 2. Hey, ladies, I lettered 9 times in high school. Good for you.
Sorry for getting really real.
It's okay. OBN for 10. Freaking hilarious, Chrissy. You created the Dabbleverse, then a month or so ago, you wanted to make the Opieverse. Now it exists. See, I manifested it. We could watch an OB video. Mark's art. Scarlett, I wear my MAGA hat out all the time, and for some reason, people don't bother me. I get compliments on it.
My MAGA hat.
There you go. I want to
The
get a
red
Trump
ones.
2018
I like the black
hat.
ones.
I mean, a Trump 2028 hat. That sounds funny. I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the 2021 because that was like the
Yeah.
the
original. Well, not
what
the
was
original.
that word
The
though? That
second one.
indictment? No.
Indictment. Yeah.
Is that what it was when you were trying to overthrow the Capitol?
No, you're talking about
insurrection.
the
Oh yeah, I just
insurrection.
learned
It
about
wasn't. It wasn't a real insurrection, though.
But I guess that's the word for it. But that's why the 2020 hats are. Oh my god,
That's what people call it.
I love it. So good.
It was not. It was a field trip, Scarlett. It was very chill.
Dark MAGA.
Okay. Let's see. Should we listen to a little Opie clip? Let me see. Scarlett, you don't know who this guy is. I'm gonna play this video for you, and you tell me what you think of him. Okay.
Okay, cool.
This guy's name is Opie, Greg Opie Hughes. He used to be a famous radio guy many years ago, like 20 years ago. And now he just does live streams from his apartment because he doesn't really want to try, because then he doesn't want to. He's one of these people who's like, oh, if I try and I get good equipment and I have a legit set and then I fail, then I'll really feel like a failure. So instead he just does this. He just has like a visible ring light. Anyway.
That's cool.
Anyway, I'm just going to play this.
JFK, Anthony's a dick.
Uh-oh.
JFK, Anthony's a dick for not having you on at least one Sunday night. I supposedly, no, I know. He basically said he would have me on. I have no desire to do that. What, are you scared?
Yeah.
Oh my, he looks autistic.
No, I'm not scared.
Ashton, just to explain what's happening here, we're watching a video of Greg Opie Hughes, who used to be a famous radio guy, and now he does this from his apartment. And the whole thing is like he's coping about his life, because his other half, Anthony Cumia, made a huge comeback and got a job on radio again and is like very successful. And Opie just drinks wine and sits in his apartment.
Oh, you're talking about Opie and Andy and Anthony
yes,
and Opie?
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly. I just don't want to hang out with
remember
you.
that show.
Okay.
A-hole. The guy literally takes shots at me every day. Yeah, I
You
want to go
love
on that
it,
show.
Opie.
That would be a joy.
You would have absolutely nothing going on in your life if Anthony or any of us didn't talk about you.
Joyous occasion. He's really stretching with the hate towards me. By the way,
What happened to Opie?
There was,
what is
That's what we're trying to find out
about him.
Exactly. No one hears about him except for those of us in the Opie-verse who watch his videos and comment on
The
them.
Opie-verse.
It's an Opie-verse.
I get it.
There was something.
I cope with my life sometimes too, but then I shut the fuck up.
But it's
and try to
nothing
fix
like
the
this.
things
It's
wrong.
nothing like this where you're one half of a very famous radio duo, and he just is full of regret. He's a drunk loser. Exactly. He's just afraid to do anything with his life. Even though he's a millionaire, he's got multiple homes. He just is so insecure and he's so afraid of being compared to Anthony. But like the way to not be compared to Anthony would be to log off and don't live stream at all. Just live your life. But instead he does this
go
half
create.
measure.
Be a creator.
Yeah.
That somebody sent me very recently.
So
I
basically,
just
his
started
job
laughing.
now is whining about his ex.
I guess Anthony's taking psychology
Yes,
classes
he just whines. That's what he does and copes. That's
I
why we
don't
call him
like it.
Copey.
at a community college somewhere because he
Somebody commented in the chat saying
breaking
Anthony is
down
drunk all
why I
the time
don't
too.
like
I'm like,
certain
yeah, but at least Anthony's doing something with his drunkenness.
Anthony does something with his life.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Who does he think he's talking to?
It's pathetic even for him.
He's talking to his
It's pathetic even for him, as I'm
he
still
live
talking about
streams
him.
at 6:30 in the morning to like 20 people.
Huh.
Not that there's anything wrong with just 20 people. Sometimes I live stream to 20 people,
We should
but
send him a trad wife.
he is married, Scarlett. He's married,
Oh.
I believe, with children.
I don't think a trad wife can
But
fix all
no,
your problems on
no,
it.
the real reason I want to do
No trad wife is
Anthony's
going to want this.
part-time weekend watered down radio show.
Ooh, it's watered
By the way,
down.
for the first time in a long time, I did check out a clip. It was the clip basically him saying that we don't get along and I would have him on my
So
show.
this whole time he's been saying, I don't watch a show. I don't watch a show. He admits that he does watch the show, finally.
And the one thing I noticed was what happened to his voice? It's a bit on the weak side, but when did that start? It's a little weaker than I remember. But the real reason why I don't want to
He's
go on his
trying to
show is
take
because
shots.
I think he's garbage.
Ah!
He's been pretty much, knocking me down since I met him. He continues to this day, and I don't want any part of that. Okay. But it'd be
He's
great.
such a catty bitch. He tries to slide in a little diss, like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on with Anthony's voice. It sounds weaker." It's like, dude, just a very lame attempt. And he pretends he doesn't watch everything he does. We know he watches and listens to everything he does. He would have nothing to talk about if it weren't for Anthony Cumia.
I understand. I understand. I had somebody from WABC. I think it was legit. It seemed very legit. They go, "Oh, how about $10,000 to do 1 hour with Anthony?"
This is the
Well,
equivalent
that's
to an
pretty
Andy
generous,
Dick
but
has
no,
downfall.
thank you. No.
Like he
So
looks
he was
exactly the same.
offered $10,000 to do 1 hour with Cumia, and he turned it down. He said, "Oh, I don't need it," because his whole shtick is about him hating Anthony, and he's just too proud to agree to anything. Even if he wants to do it deep down, he can't. His ego won't let him.
This isn't our final offer. Well, good. Offer me more. The answer is still going to be no.
Why is
No,
he prolonging his
and
rant? I feel
no.
like he's already said
Yeah,
everything
it's
he
weird.
wanted
It's
to
like-
say. and
Because he
then
has nothing else to
dragging it
talk
out.
about. Exactly, Ashton. He has
He
nothing.
sounds like me talking
He
about
has
the same damn Disney fact over and over again.
He has no other topics, so he has to stretch it out over
Is
and
this
over.
what it sounds like when
he's
I'm
not
on
a,
autistic
for
rant?
me, he's not a fun person to hang out with.
Because this.
He's brought an insane amount of hate into my life.
He's saying this
And I
over and over and over
literally
again.
don't want any part of that.
There should
So
never
no.
be anger. Anger's
And if
denial.
you want to say I'm scared,
Accept accountability.
I'm scared to do it.
But accountability for what though? So like, why
Nothing
did they have
good could
falling
come out
out?
of it. So no.
No, like
thank
every
you.
decision you make.
What
you
was
should
Opie's
never
favorite
harbor
Atari
anger
game?
Hold on, I was trying to listen to this video. Hold on.
sorry.
Compound Media. Oh, I'm garbage with a weak voice. Hi, ladies. Hi, Anthony. I don't know if this is Anthony or Eric. Or maybe it's Anthony.
It's his assistant from India. It's his chatter from
Oh
India,
my
guys.
gosh. This is wild. All right, let me see what else he'll say here.
Babe, you know what? F Atari. I know I brought it up, Karmic X, and thanks for the $2, but F Atari. All of a sudden, I had to be an electrical engineer to fix the goddamn joystick every other week. So F Atari. They couldn't figure out the joystick.
He's being critical of Anthony's voice. Yet he does this weird, like, oh man, like this put on, like whatever kind of voice this is. It's not natural. That's not really how he talks. He sounds retarded.
Well, I mean, the belt would be out.
I wasn't the only one where you take the whole thing apart and you're soldering. And I think, wait, if we glue this back together and then you're trying to play, I used to love Atari basketball. You're trying to play, oh, I guess I can't move to the left anymore. Let's continue playing, even though I can't move to the left.
What is he
Get the
talking
soldering
about?
iron out.
They
Let's
got
try to
beef
fix
over
our
Atari? I'm so
Atari
confused.
joysticks. You know what I hated about the early video games? They would be almost
Chrissy, can you
like the
explain why they
arcade
have
games,
beef? Like
but a little
what happened
What happened? What do you mean?
between these two? Like what happened?
Between Opie and Anthony,
Yeah.
Anthony was fired. They had a radio job together for they worked together, I think, for the better part of 20 years at various stations. They finally got a job together at Sirius XM. They were basically the biggest thing in radio right after Howard Stern during the late 90s, early aughts. Through I think, and then in 2014, Anthony Cumia, the other half of this radio duo, he was fired because he took a picture of a black lady in Times Square. She caught him taking a photo, and then she started to attack him. And then the next day he tweeted about the attack and something he said these people, he did something where you notice and you make a generalization about a group of people, but it's just based on your own experience, And so anyway, people thought that was racist, and then he got fired from Sirius XM for that. And instead of standing up for him or putting himself on the line, Opie was just basically okay. And then he continued the show with Jim Norton, who was basically the third mic on this show. So it was just Opie and Jim for a couple of years. And then that ended.
Well, how did that end?
But then it was after Anthony was fired, it became very painfully obvious to everyone, and people knew this before he got fired, that really Anthony was the talent on the show. He's the one who was funny, who had the good banter, who knew all the comedians. And Opie was just kind of a boring straight guy, the boring straight man, So, and he didn't have much to contribute. He would just kind of be like a wet blanket when people would be on the show joking around. And that made him very insecure over the years. So I feel like he's always sort of carried this insecurity with him. And
Well, I mean, if he really was as talented, he would have just started his own show and be just as successful.
Exactly. So. Well, he tried to do his own show. I think he had a show on Westwood One for a brief period called Opie Radio, but that didn't last. And now he does this. He'll stream from his Manhattan apartment or from his house in the Hamptons. But it's just boring. And he's the people who watch it are just either hate watching it or watching it to clown on him.
Off because they weren't allowed to have the replica of that particular game, so it would be slightly off. They kind of had Pac-Man. They kind of had Space Invaders. I hated that. It was so annoying because they would sell it like you were buying Space Invaders, but it would be like Space Invaders, but one of the letters would be off or something. That's how they would trick you. And then you would bring it home oh, Mom. Larry, tired of fans pretending that his WABC show doesn't suck. I honestly don't know. I only listened to the 30-second clip someone sent me when he was offering me, to go on with him. I noticed that his voice was very, very weak, much weaker than the O&A days. I was surprised by that. And then the feedback I do get from the people that give a shit about me, they're it's a watered down version of his internet show. So his fan base, they want the red meat. They want him yelling the N-word. And
oh my God, Anthony doesn't yell the N-word. This is something Opie likes to do. And people say this about my friend Gino Bisconti as well. They're oh, they just yell the N-word all the time. That's a cope for somebody who is less funny, likes to say, to try and denigrate him. This is so boring. And the only time Opie is even interesting to listen to is when he's talking about Anthony. Nobody wants.
That's all he talks about. It's he got a crush on him or something.
He does.
And Ant's playing to the room, and he's doing what he thinks WABC wants. So it's I hear it's a watered down version of what he does online. I will never say he's not a good broadcaster. That would be a lie. Unlike him with his lies, I'll at least tell you what, how it is. He is a good broadcaster, but we'll see how it works when his fan base wants the red meat, and he's doing a watered down version for the WABC. Do you own a comb? No, dude. I guess you're a new fan. My mom used to drive us. There's a guy that I banned, and he's still trying to yap. Jesus, what effing lunatics. No, I don't own a comb. It goes back to when I was a kid, and my mom had one blue comb, and she had her favorite tweezers.
Ugh.
And if the comb went missing in the house or the tweezers went missing in the house, all hell would break loose. We would all have to stop doing what we were doing. I would have to stop playing Atari.
The whole family gathered around the family comb, and they would take turns brushing their hair.
And we would have to find the blue comb. And the weird thing is, no one else used the goddamn blue comb. Nobody. But if it was missing, it's because one of 7, 8, 9 kids.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm so sick of
was
hearing
using
you talk.
the damn blue comb.
What is he even talking about? What is?
I know.
The sound of his
agree.
voice is just draining. And just
It is. He's hard to listen to.
Yeah, no, I don't want to
Sorry,
hear.
I actually had to go take a poo.
That's okay.
Like a big girl.
This is another short clip. This is only
Let us know if it's a good one.
This is only 2
Oh, I
minutes.
did. I mean, I did it while he was talking.
Okay.
Challenge. Try to do 7 saltines in a minute. Nope. No water.
This is the kind of
3.
incredible content that
Is
OP
this more
Radio
OP?
provides. 7 saltines in a minute. Let's see if he can do it.
2, 1,
This
go.
is,
He started too
high-end
early.
entertainment.
All right, that's 1. Still can't do it. Oh my God. Even if you cheat, you can't.
What
do
is
it.
this?
It's going too slow.
Watch this shit. Watch
Is
this
this
shit.
entertainment?
See, out of the gate, real
17
confident.
saltines in a minute. I could do that. Just get them all
Look,
in
here
there.
comes Ron down the back stretch, and Ron is really looking. He's looking heartily at his
17 girls in a row.
his saltines. He's starting to dig his spurs into the horse, and now DQ. Oh, the jockey died in the saddle. Jockey died in the saddle.
Nope, you got to keep them all in.
You got to lick my hand
You got
now.
to keep them all in.
You got to lick my hand.
No.
What's left? What's left? What's left? What's left? What's left? What's left? Look at the dust. Look at the dust. He's like a granddad.
Talking about Scarlett's KKK family.
I don't want to talk about
I did find that more
Like,
interesting,
this
to be
man is
honest.
so boring. He's so boring.
He is
The
so
best
boring.
entertainment
I
he
keep
has is
trying to
eating
find
saltines.
something. I agree.
Yeah.
Aaron Theme, Scarlett talking is better than Opie. I can listen to her for hours. I agree. Thank you, Aaron.
Oh, thanks.
Like earlier, we were talking about lesbians and the KKK, and then we gotta listen to this guy's boring ass.
He is. He's so
Oh,
boring.
he made me think of that song, 16 saltine crackers, then I lick my fingers. You know,
I don't know that
Jack
song.
White.
Like that?
Yeah, Jack White. You know, it's real bad. My heels put hole in the lifeboat. Talking as we float. You know, it's about like killing somebody or
So
somebody.
where did Scarlett? Where do the KKK people hang out? Where do they do
That's in
meetings?
deep south up there. I mean, I can find out more about it. I mean, it's
Please
just kind of something
do.
I've always known. I
Wait,
grew
Scarlett,
up with.
did you ever poop?
She did poop.
That
Yeah,
was
I
a
had
really
my
quick
camera
poop.
muted. I have a bidet. Oh my god, I love it.
Are you
I'm
sitting
seeing
on the
trees.
bidet right now? I'm
She's
so
using the
confused.
bidet.
Oh yeah, I have a bidet. I installed it myself. I'm a plumber. I'm a drain expert.
She's a jack of all trades. Scarlett, your assignment
might
is
say
to
she's a pipe
find
expert.
more
She does it for a living.
information about your
yeah.
KKK family members and to
23
report back.
But that stuff doesn't tell you what they do.
Scarlett, did you hear me? Did you
Yeah,
understand
find out. I'm
your
gonna find out
assignment?
this family
Okay.
tree.
Find out more details so that the next time you come on, you can tell us because people are curious.
I mean, I'm curious about my mom too. Like, why was she in Bogota, Medellin? And then she would tell us stories as kids, like, yeah, this guy had a farm and he proposed marriage to me. Who, like, Mom, what were you doing out there?
Exactly.
It's like, Mom, what's going on?
Exactly.
Am I her kid?
I'm going to end with this interesting article. I found it interesting. Okay, here we go. Now, before I show this, I wonder if you guys could tell me what you think it is. Former royal maid reveals the one popular kitchen tool that was banned from the palace.
A whisk.
You think it was a whisk? What do you think?
Whisk.
What do you think was banned, Scarlett?
Turkey baster.
A turkey baster?
That's a good one.
You're both wrong.
Oh no.
A former royal maid revealed one kitchen cleaning tool that was forbidden to be used in Buckingham Palace. For more than a decade, 57-year-old Anne Simmons from Berkshire worked as a royal cleaner across Buckingham Palace's 775 rooms. She claimed that steel wool cleaning pads were not allowed on the premises to prevent any scratches on the pristine marble surfaces.
Okay.
It's because over time they scrub away, they scrub away the polish on like marble and the granite countertops.
Oh yeah.
And they just use microfiber. That's it.
Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating?
That's awesome.
I still want to know about the KKK story.
I know.
Me
Me
too. I'm
too.
using a
Everything doesn't matter.
washcloth like that to wash my sob.
We were talking about
washing myself.
lesbianism, and the next thing I know, we're talking about Hitler and KKK. And
Scarlett's all tapped out. She doesn't have any more KKK factoids for
I
us.
laid on her hood for the first time yesterday.
You should go undercover, Scarlett.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go to a salvage yard this week. I know I am.
Could you
That's
go
where all the sob
undercover?
yards-
Salvage
sob
yard?
graveyard. It's a sob graveyard.
Go undercover and
I
see
will.
what
I'll
you
do
can
that.
learn. Okay.
Where do you want me to go?
I don't
Go to-
know. Figure out what they do, what they eat, where they hang out, what they talk
I
about.
dressed up as a boy. I can do this again.
Expose their secrets. Write a book.
I was
Yeah.
a cosplayer. Like I did Black Butler, and I have some videos on YouTube still. It kind of had to do with those Nazi games I was playing on the playground. I told Chrissy about. I put them in the
cosplayed who?
jail.
What
And I
kind of
did it on
games?
YouTube. It's still on YouTube, and there was a copyright thing, so they took it down, but it's back up now.
You
Okay.
cosplayed back.
We'll have to
Black
watch this
Butler?
sometime. It's hilarious. Yeah, it was so funny. I'm like,
Blue
sit
Origin. Why
down.
do you listen to Opie? Because it's fun to make fun of him. Thank you, Blue Origin.
Yeah, I liked it though. I had power being the guy there. I'm like, get in the loo. And she's like, I don't want to use the loo. I said, sit down on the loo. I said, you have a loo. Like, because I guess in Black Butler's British, maybe, I think.
Maybe.
So they had to call it a loo, I guess.
Okay. I have to pee myself. Actually, Scarlett, tell the fine people what's coming up for you. What are your goals for the rest of the year? Where can people find you?
Well, I know. I'm like, I want to start putting some of my music stuff out there that I've been working on a lot.
Ooh,
Like,
are you
I've always
singing?
written music, and like now I'm kind of starting to believe in myself a little bit more. Because I realized, hey, I write some of these photos with a bone in my mouth with a leash and collar on. Hey, I can start writing my music. That could go on my album cover. And
Yeah.
then it's legal. Yeah.
Okay. So where
no,
can
I
people
mean it
follow
like
you?
that. Oh yeah. No. Okay. So Scarlett Hampton with a 0, T0N on some trad wife stole my handle. And then on Instagram it's Scarlett Hampton XO. But I'm gonna start more on YouTube. I'm gonna try to work on that. And maybe TikTok, but the young ones are on there.
Dance party. Sorry, we
What can I
forgot.
do? I like
we have to
TikTok.
do a dance party.
I have my draft folder going on right now.
Awesome. Everyone follow Scarlett Hampton right now. And do you have spicy material? You said you don't do OnlyFans.
Me?
Right.
Oh yeah, I have that. I have all that stuff. But you
Okay.
can just go look it up on the P Hub.
P Hub.
Like,
Okay.
it's all free. Look up my Amish videos.
All right. Ashton, what about you? What's coming up? Where can they follow you?
You can follow me at the Ashton Blaze, exactly as it's spelled here, on X and Instagram, and I am also doing more and more YouTube videos, trying to get better about it. I do make spicy content. You can only find the link through on my Instagram or X. What do I have coming up? I'm writing a comic book series currently. That's in the works. And I'm also going to be a guest at Nightmare Weekend this weekend in Chicago. So, if you
Oh,
wanna
really?
come-
That's like a couple hours from me.
Yeah. I'll be in Chicago this weekend if you want to hang out. So,
I'm in the radius, so I gotta warn you.
You gotta warn me? What are you gonna do with the KKK to my booth?
Scarlett, find out if the KKK watches SimpCast. Great idea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can send that. I don't have their numbers. I know his name was, one of them was Donald. I mean, he wasn't that old, but they were all, their whole family was part of it, like on that side. Like,
All right, you have your assignment.
Yeah, I know,
Come
I'm
see me
scared.
in Mount
I'm
Kisco in
scared.
Westchester, May 17th with Keanu. For more gigs, go to chrissiemayr.com.
that's such a
Subscribe to this channel. Follow these two lovely ladies here. Thank you guys for watching SimpCast, and we will see you all next week.
Great
Love
talking
you.
to everybody. Thanks for
Bye.